See vlog, yeah.
People, bless up on yourselves. Scrubber check in again with another live show.
This louder than promotion. What time is it? Time figure listen real content, you know. Scroll through the feed, yo, we lock in. You see? A portion of thing, yo, just happen, not capping, and mainstream media is locking. Hey, yo, Scrubber!
Yo!
You vlog them tougher. The fans, them a tell me I eat them, can't get enough. Hey, yo, Scrubber!
Yo!
Your content real. You balance the equation despite how some of them feel. How them feel? Log on from the life, make we all a reason. Exclusive, elusive, no misleading. Topics include what the price, generally speaking. From then till now, if I that you're seeking. Listening, calling, share your man, that is it. We day up on the line, I wanna buy. Same way, where you miss, repeat the line. Become a member, like, share, subscribe. Do up, scrub up, scrub up. Scrub up, scrub up. Scrub up, scrub up.
Robot, Duba!
Scrub up, scrub up. Hey yo, Scrubber!
Robot, Duba!
The vlog them tougher. Yeah. The fans them a tell me I eat them can't get enough. Same way. Hey yo, Scrubber!
Robot, Duba!
Your content real, it's real. You balance the equation despite how some of them feel.
Go on, bless up yourself, me artist. Kaboom!
Out that side.
Scrubber! Them got a robot, Duba! Ha! Kaboom! Ground check. How the ground set? Yeah, people, big up on yourself.
Big up.
Yeah. Them know who they already, you know. KQueens, them geek way. KQueens.
Yes, up more, Scrubber, up. Right.
Yeah, man, big up on yourself. Big up on yourself. Dr. Mix.
Big up to KQueens, big up to Scubla, big up to everybody. Welcome to another show.
We not do big up. A ground check we do, you know.
Ground check. Oh, the ground set. I've been practicing in a Scubla. I can't get the bass in my voice, you know, but you know.
You know, Dr. Mix sound like an artist, so what?
Where does she sound like an artist?
But you know, maybe they can't ask me to one of the song, you know. We got a studio, you know, maybe do a little thing.
I don't dare say the voice sound like you're ready, man.
All right, people. Share up the live. KQueens there. See? Share up the live. I don't know. And them say bad girl.
Fully.
I don't know what the thing go.
Bang, I love box. DJ Bombo Clap, man. I love box. Pussy clump up, love it thump up. Smooth and shave in a bump up. Nothing no Joe Biden, nothing no Trump up. Me not come about me blood clot funds up. Give them a tropical style like the sunstruck. Heat wave panic cocky when me bounce up. Me no nap pad cover, me no rough floor. Straight all cocky to me enough buff. Bad girl, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with a back see me hands up. Not the pussy to me unconscious. Bad girl. Bang, I love boxing. DJ Bombo Clap, man. I love boxing. Pussy clump up, love it thump up. Smooth and shave in a bump up. Nothing no Joe Biden, nothing no Trump up. Me not come about me blood clot funds up. Give them a tropical style like the sunstruck. Heat wave panic cocky when me bounce up. Me no nap pad cover, me no rough floor. Straight all cocky to me enough buff. Bad girl, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck.
KQueens, that a bad song that we are kick it off with, you know. We want to tell the people them the inspiration behind that song there. Because trust me, that song that never miss yet. Me found to drop that song there, me play it every live and it never miss. Not one time.
Which is right. Well, I want to let you know that come from an event, right? Long before even that song has something where we and Nimi and Booba a vibe, you get me? And it's like, say, when we are come home now Me na the car and you know, me hear the beat. About 5 o'clock in the morning. About 5 o'clock in the morning, and I tell you, it was like -1 degrees. It means it was cold. I mean, like it was mad cold in Atlanta. And it's like the park up in the driveway and you know we have vibes. And let me say, sis, you know what I clot the song pan already, me. Come here, listen it, and I say, as a bad girl, nothing bad in the pan it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we just decide, say, we're going to make it up now, we're going to clot it. You get me? And I used to from this, so we just sit on the car or vibe it. I want to tell you, say it wasn't even like, you know, a practice thing. It was a one go. You know what I mean? It was a cause fun we have with it. A fun we have with it. That be that something like it been a play. You get me? It been out there, so we decide say have fun with it. You know, never record, never do nothing. We just in the car and just have fun. You know, so I guess when having fun with music, that's when the best things comes out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, definitely that work.
Mm-hmm.
That work.
Yes.
Believe what me I tell you, say that work.
Yeah.
So, on basically just made this song.
Yes, most definitely. Is that me tell you sir, something that has been brewing we always a vibe and a thing, but the rhythm. One thing you know with an artist, as a musician, they care what you do. You sleep music, you eat music, you do everything with a music as a musician. You know? So when you do them some of the all kind of things that happen. Good stuff, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, trust me, that song the shot. It fell off. All right.
Yeah.
Before we move on from that, on the right on the own songs them. Can't have only per song, you know.
Yeah, most definitely.
People. I don't think a lot of people appreciate the work where KQueens put in the business and some solid songs that them have. But me no, can me follow them thing. So over the years, I wanna write all on the song them are wanna get help from other people or wanna come up with the songs them.
Well, started from early was always surrounded with musician like my dad and stuff, you know. So therefore, we always I saw we get to even know music by being around musicians. You understand? So that people don't understand and don't know what me should I say. The KQueens been around music, so it take us nothing to write music. You understand? You always have people around to have their definitely input. I say KQueens, I think if you go that way, that you go that note, then you know it should be better. Because KQueens always open to listen, you know, to take criticism, constructive criticism to make KQueens better, you know. So therefore, we write a song then, but you always have people that always have an input to make the song better, you know. Sometimes more brain better than one. When you are thinking certain way, other person can think, say, Queens, you know, some things if I say this other line, that fit more, other note there, you know. So it's always, of course, we write the stuff then, but you have one and two music where we have input.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm jumping the gun by asking this question, Scoobla, you can tell me. As you talk about being open to criticism, what would you say from a female perspective are some of your biggest inspirations for music?
From a female perspective,
Right.
one of my inspiration is God. Because trust me, with this business here, if you have it screw on, it has a screw off. You get me? So my biggest inspiration is God. He definitely give us the faith and perseverance and the drive to keep us going. So it doesn't matter what else is really happening. You know, KQueens have and them blinder. You know, we still wonder. We always look so focused. We look ahead. You know what I mean? So we don't really care what going over that side, the other side. You know, we're just fully focused. And we are in it so long because we love it. It's something that we love. So when you love in something that you love, there's no problem doing it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And they, of course, you have our fans, you know, that definitely going to KQueens, you know, because every artist, I think, we're human. Every artist have time when, you know, you have a little down vibes and stuff, but there's always, God always sends somebody, some fans, or more than one. You know, they will come and say, KQueens, that song you bad. You know, me love when I do keep it moving, I keep it going, me love it, and you know. So definitely fans are definitely also an inspiration to help us to keep us motivated and keep us going.
I do feel like this song definitely brought something different and refreshing to the rhythm. And you were spot on when you said that there wasn't anything a bad girl could vibe to, you know?
Yes,
so,
definitely.
so it really connects for the bad girl them. Scoobla, don't bother take me on.
Yes. But
But I
I
do
was
feel like it brought a different vibe to the rhythm.
I was only saying only if we could have just gotten got it. What them normally say? Approved and not unapproved. Authorized.
Authorized.
Yes. From DJ Mac. Because I guess him single out and pick point, you know, who he really want on the beat, you know? So
Okay. Has he heard
definitely
the song? He has heard it?
uh,
Scoobla, you know if him hear it?
He must hear it. Oh, I mean, if him, then a
yeah,
song
it
we are
went
going to play, they
viral,
must
you
hear
know.
it.
About 10,000 tags him get, you know. So I
Okay.
guess the right people have not tagging yet, you know, things are right then, you know, because we all know how the business feel, you know.
Right.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop us to keep going. The song still has much place. Just
Yeah.
that
So
we
it's
go
doing
on a
its thing.
wider, you could just
Yeah.
go on a wider scale and faster because people keep on DM it to K Queens, they might try stream it where them can get it, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we know so when it comes down to music or go on a wider platform, it really needs streaming. People really need to find the song, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really on that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, with our part, push it as much as we can, you know, by also by the help of the fans and you know when it go, but we're still working though. That's just one song. We're still working.
Okay. Okay.
All right, here we go now. Here we go. I want to move to, well, hopefully DJ Mac here we go and free up the song. But I want to move on to July 5th, 2025. That was a special occasion. But before me go this, okay, Queens, I want to tell me how the link make with Killer and why him go under the name Sexy Warriors.
Okay then. When was in Atlanta, Killer had a show here in Atlanta. We was the one of the openers for the show. So anyway, we were at the show now, the backstage, and I said, yo, it was me and my mother. And I said to my mother, I say, Moms, that good for you to get to know me, Killer and stuff. So she said, come no, go set for meeting. So we walking, trying to find out where to find him. Said time I see somebody walk past me. And I look past me. But that person look at me say it wasn't sure it was him and the person say, I will not look for. And I say, no, that's somebody would I look for. Him say, come man. The general one soon, but that was Bali.
Mm.
That was Bali at the time, but we are looking and say, but the favor killer, but you know, but me I say the killer what we know kind of more refined, you know. Bali look kind of older. So me I say, that don't look like, me say look like killer, but not a killer. So me say we unsure. Anyway, we carry go up there. We have a mother go up there now and you know and Bali. I said, see them here, General, and he me say, hey, killer, this is her mother. I'm saying, oh, girl, I saw introduce to the mother. Excuse me, man. I say, I say, introduce to mother. And you know, I'm going, I say, hey, mommy, and hey, mom, you know, and I say, well, go on, General, me say, you have no woman in the alliance, you know. And I must say, oh, you want to be in the alliance? You got to come to Jamaica. I'm say, come to Jamaica. I'm say, all right. I'm say, yeah, you got to go to Jamaica. And then they tell you, if we're going to school, but they tell you nothing. And must tell you, say, we have to come to Jamaica. Yeah, that's a Jamaica small. Me just can't reach a yard and find him. So, all right, then, we're not going to know. Mr. Scuba, I pack pot and pan, a pot barrel, I pack suitcase, TV, you name it, I pack and move. Me, I move out of fire, you know. Me, I go yard, because they go find killer. We go reach the people at the airport say, you girls not coming back? Because when them do them see TV, them see this big box, them see suitcase, like them a say, a wagwan. Reach a yard now. We reach a yard, myself, oh, we're going to find him. I don't know where to go. You know what we decide to do? We look upon every flyer what we see killer upon and go to the stage show them. If I from something from town to country. But it's so hard that every time we go to show them, it is either when we perform, him no reach yet, him reach late in the morning, film time already. But so hard that this time now in Kingston, when it was an early show, so when we end up a perform, him end up dead, so send new kids to tell one of our virgins say him she must call we. And afterwards I go him say, I was say, well, go on general. I say, K to the K killer Queens, you gotta go to Shellenberg, right. And I saw it was history from that. You get me? All the sexual come about now is we did a show at Sting. Sting him call with a Sting and all the perform say, these are the sexy warriors. Just like that I Sting. Yeah, cause killer just call it what it is. Whatever I see it just connect, So instead that Sting performance, them call you upon.
So that was spontaneous.
Very. I can write a book when it comes down to killer. Cause the journey of starting and meeting killing, the process and everything. Trust me, we can write a book. Not with just KQueens as the artist, but KQueens meeting killer and learning so much from killer until I can write a book. He teaches so much stuff. He's so tough power, hard power. But later I say, boy, the tough power, but I thank God for the lessons then,
Yeah.
Thank God. Because you have to strong. Oh gosh, man, how much time till I talk to me and she's gonna walk on and say, boy, we are red. What ball because all him talking and rough, man. And I say, my God, and I call that I say, listen, girl. Remember, say, I only one good phone, no, so I'm just listening. And I said, it's like him know him go hard, and then afterwards him that neck know say, listen, man, whatever me I tell you, if phone no good. So nobody I just tell me say and tell me talk. So we have to just listen and, take out tight all of the cross and angry so tight and know and see what's the lesson. I think him say one time he say when not have music here. Him say no come wear no khaki, so not for on jeans, not for rough. Yeah, man.
Do you feel like maybe that type of protection that he gave was because he knew that as a female, even though you're talented, probably more talented than some of the men in the industry, it would still take 2-3 times the amount of work to even get half of what a male in the industry would get? You feel like that's probably where he was coming from?
Yeah, most definitely, because of the militancy that we have and that we learn from killer and how we got brought up in the industry. If we're doing a show now where we're coming up against like say the biggest artists are, whatever the case may be, a big crowd in front of thousands, like it doesn't matter, we none at all. Like, we know what to look out for, when it comes on to certain things. So most definitely has a big impact when it comes on to that.
Okay.
So about why you hear that? Uno meet killer, about why you hear that?
Oh, I forgot to do the maths. A long time I go back from oh Lord.
Just estimate, man.
Killer over what? 15 past that, I think so. Past that, right? Oh,
so more than 15 years ago.
Yes.
All right. And obviously, wanna still keep the link. I wanna still keep the love for each other. Because what are the performing acts on Killer Return show, the Return of the Warlord, July 5th, 2025, when Killer get back in visa and forward in a foreign. One of the performing acts on the stage was KQueens. So I'm gonna share a piece of the moment. I want to tell the people them what the moment mean to you, and just the feeling for be on such a big stage internationally. Let me share the moment. Talk to me about a moment there.
All right. Me not could you ever yet sit down and ever like envision and see yourself doing something before it happens?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So it's like was just like walking into destiny in a sense where long before Killer getting visa, Killer used to just sit down when we do like probably some far show where I come from country and where my drive. And that's the truth. Say, girl, make sure some people because they told me get my visa. And I mean, we always are telling. So we doing the performance is just something that we already see. We just walk into destiny. We already felt that feeling before we even go into that feeling, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Because we tell about it before it happens, you know?
Right.
And we already had a prepared mind. We already envision it. We just never know when, you know?
Yeah.
Never know when it was going to happen. But so this feeling is a feeling that we feel already. Just manifest. You get me?
You can tell too, KQueens. You can actually like looking at your performance, your level of comfortability on such a huge stage. You can tell like it doesn't feel like it's your first time being on a stage like that, being in front of so many people, even though it probably may have been, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the comfortability, the professionalism, and how you carried yourself on the stage, you can tell that you were very prepared for it.
Most definitely. Because knowing in Jamaica, remember, Killer show them up, we used to big crowd. Sunfest and all those shows we used to huge crowd.
Right.
This was one of the huge. This is one of the huge, the biggest, but it's something Killer been up put up on stage on a platform huge. So this was just okay then couple Sunfest to put together. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's a
That
good way
was
to
the
look
just
at it.
yeah, couple Sunfest put together because they been a put up on them platform there. They been a
Yeah.
prepare we. You understand? It was a job. Like we couldn't wait in that sense. We just couldn't wait. We couldn't wait to do it because that's something we already see and prepared for it. So it
Yeah.
was
I
a
love
great
that.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I don't hear people say kill a bad mind, just I listen to no. When I don't hear people say kill a bad mind, what come to no mind? I want view that when I hear people say kill a bad mind.
Them don't know him. Anytime you hear people say kill a bad man, I say them don't know him. Them don't know him. And to really even say something like that, it's like see the work a killer put in like not just look at much career killer bless. You know what I mean? A person with bad mind not bless too much people. You know what I mean? God bless him, could have keep him blessing to himself. But instead him share it.
Yeah.
He never selfish. So a person like that bad mind will use feel blessing for bless others and never selfish with it. Them not do the maths. And for them maths now add up. That's why them talk like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what I love about your sound as well? Um the how authentic it is to dancehall. I love a good authentic sound. Dancehall sound. I love it. And I absolutely love that. Like when I listen to you guys' music, you hear that authentic dancehall coming out. Somebody in the comments say, Rasta City say from you girls mash up sting. I know you girls bad long time.
Give thanks, give thanks.
And the
And
Hey,
sexy warrior, dancer sexy warrior, fit on to a
yes,
T.
yes.
yeah, as them talk about Sting, I go off on a tangent a little bit, Them have a lyrics, Dr. Mix, where them say, I think other lyrics and they use much of Sting, beaty, 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 pana boy, we are eaty, eaty, eaty.
Yeah, man, a real authentic dancehall.
Yeah, cause
Yeah, man.
we them would have call them would have, we grew up on stage, You understand? With some of them go in a studio, we grew up on stage. We
Stage.
took it the opposite way. We go up on stage and then afterwards go in a studio. But
Yeah.
we grew up on stage. That's why when it come on to stage performance, we are beasts on it. And not we have to practice or try find out or learn
Killer
something
did.
that So that's why it is so easy for us to go on a stage and say the same thing as Ira. It
Yeah.
takes nothing for you to go on a stage and clap. It is the same thing because we both grew up on stage.
You know what I noticed, Kubla, as K Queen said that very important, you know what I noticed that just clicked to me. Almost everyone, and I say almost because the exception of probably one person, but almost everyone that has been under the mentorship and stewardship of Killer knows how to work a stage.
Mm-hmm.
Knows how to work a stage. I find it so interesting that you say, you grew up on stage while others grew up in studio because you're absolutely right. You're
Mm-hmm.
absolutely right. And I noticed that the artists that are that basically, built their career under Bounty Killer stewardship know how to work a stage with which I believe is one of the things that an artist, a dancehall artist, needs to absolutely know how to work a stage.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
is I the thing is that them art like art them the artists them now used to have them song a work for them. We used to have to
Right.
work to our song. Them
Yeah.
have the song already released, so people already know it or whatever the case may be. So therefore, but we know coming on stage, people don't really know what you're singing. We have to make sure know how to perform. We have to know to entertain. So
No,
that's
for
why
real.
you understand. So that's why we do. They might say the hard way, but it work out for we. Yeah, because right now certain artists them don't have a song right now. Them can't perform. Them afraid to perform. Them afraid to perform if the band don't know them song. Them afraid them can't
Right.
deliver. So if them have a one song where okay we put them out there and people know it. If them have a couple more songs where the band don't know, them don't know to perform it.
Right. But
So
even
that's them. So
also, sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, even also like if you are even doing one of the legend songs, somebody else song, like how you did the Lady Saw song at Barclays, that's also a part of dancehall.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's
Most
also a
definitely.
part of dancehall. Everybody has always done
Mm-hmm.
that, and it has never been an issue. But I
Never.
100% support the fact that, and you're absolutely right. When you know how to work a stages, you work for the song. You are
Mm-hmm.
the one that bring the song to life. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Not the other way around. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because certain artists, them have the song them and my perform here people them have the song them and people still a walk out and I said that artist was boring.
yeah,
Because them
yeah,
cannot deliver the song, them cannot perform the song, but none of them so them don't have the stage presence. So when for them fan leave now, they must me prefer listen them than go watch them.
yeah,
Because them cannot deliver.
yeah,
That's a big
yeah.
deal. And then them put it, them using this thing now where they have them track a play with them. So
Yeah, talk my
therefore,
language.
yeah, the track a play and
Karaoke.
karaoke, the karaoke, the DJ. The only
Yeah,
time the only thing me see sometime when tracks do work is when, cause I've seen it many times. Even in my situation, let's say I go on a show and
yeah,
the mic now work,
right.
the sound system no good. But to do a good performance when that track play, it doesn't matter how messed up the mic is, it still give you a good
Give you a
performance. So
good
that's the only way I
performance
see when tracks work, but you're supposed to can do it without it
with
same way.
right and with the bands
So
and yeah.
well
And I
done.
feel like too as well, K Queens is I think like as you mentioned, there's not necessarily anything wrong with using a track,
Mm-mm.
but I feel like real authentic dancehall really rides on your ability, as you said, to do it without, but also to do it with a band as well, where you can ask them for a one drop.
Yes,
Or like I've seen a couple of Bounty's performance where him just say, "Give me a rhythm," and
yes.
him don't know what I'm going to play, but
No.
whatever drop that man is
Mm-hmm.
able to, yeah. And I love when dancehall artists can do that because I feel like that's such an important part of dancehall. Yo, just give me a rhythm. I
Yeah,
just ride
because
that rhythm whatever them drop.
I remember when we just know killer where I walk with our chat them and him call up and eat our moment pan them call it Bam Rush where probably Elia perform, Movada perform and him call you up. You think me can stop in the middle of them thing and say play my rhythm? No, me have to sit there for the rhythm where killer call me upon.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's something when broke in up know for DJ pan any rhythm.
Any rhythm.
Anything me call you pan it, but I can DJ pan that.
Yeah.
When I'm sure the when I'm one of his events, when I'm sure when I was on last year January, and we have a track and me call we and them that say, you know, me I say me give the selector was I'm say DJ pan this on the bad, we can't DJ pan anything, you know. So I was like, God, you know. But I'm not sure it's like you're going to be in situation where the rhythm can't change. And you have to know if you can DJ upon any rhythm. So that's why no matter what track me get, no matter what rhythm me give me, it could have been blues, it can be jazz. Say if me not fit bad girl pan it no, it can be country. Say if bad girl can't jump pan it no, because that's how we learn to DJ not just pan one rhythm. Not for depend pan say if me not have that rhythm, me can't DJ. Me DJ pan any rhythm. So we can get booked for any show. You understand? So that's how we learn. The music is very it's to me the business it's called business. It's really learning the business also. It's not just getting up and performing. You know, so they will learn so much things along the way. So therefore, when it's time to get we're supposed to be well prepared, geared up and ready. You know, so I am in no rush. You know, I'm doing I have something that said Godspeed. What is to happen, have to happen. You know? So I don't worry about anything, don't stress anything. I just be happy. Trust the process, be happy, and just do what we're doing, you know?
And that's the best way to do it, you know. That's what Isaiah 60:22 says, when the time is right, I, the Lord your God, will make it happen.
Yeah, so be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing.
Exactly, but with prayer and supplication. See, we can send them to church, you know, KQueens.
Yes, right too. Them have to know the KQueens stay prayed up, you know. So when them send them that, it's not catching us. Like, them have to understand the part there. But them not understand KQueens that KQueens that do it so because KQueens is very guarded up and with God covered. You know, so you know, so we are on a solid foundation. So this your house you can't sink, you know, build upon sand. You understand? So we don't worry about them.
And I'm so happy that that's the space you're in, that you're looking at it from a perspective of, you know, when I was coming into the vlogging space, the person who mentors me really says, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I learned that more and more as the journey goes on. I learned that it's a marathon. You have to have a mindset that you're going on a marathon. You know, you don't just want to just speed up and go quick rise and you fall just as quickly. And I love the fact that you are, you know, your steward is one of the, I don't even want to call him a column because I feel like it's an insult at this point. Your column, your steward is dancehall, you know, and you're able to learn the business side, the performance side, the music side, and just be, you know, be guided by somebody who really has the heart of the dancehall, who carries dancehall with them. And I feel like that's going to be so important, you know, for when you guys begin to grow. And I say that, meaning the growth is it's hard to see it getting up and doing it every day. It's hard to see that you're not where you were 5 years ago compared to where you are now. Like, you're so much further on, you know what I mean? So you always have to have that awareness to show that sometimes the growth does not look like magic. It just looks like last year you were at Barclays and you know, you performed a Lady Saw song. Next year you go Barclays, a your song you perform and the crowd up sing it word for word. And that's also growth. But sometimes we don't really see, you know, but that's also growth. But I feel like you guys are very talented queens. I love authentic dancehall. So, you know, and I also would love to see more authentic dancehall from females within the space as well. So you definitely have my support.
Yeah, but thanks, appreciate that. One thing we have to tell you.
All right, Queens. Me have two questions for you, but I go play back the Barclays video because the question that we have, I go forward after the video. So I play it. All right, Queens. First question. Talk to me about them dance move. Me I watching the thing over the years. I don't know bad dance move. I want to learn for dance. And 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 follow up to that. You never consider being dancers.
You know, say, so being a dance was always dancing.
So dancing, when you say we are dance, our playground, that's something we love. The time we enjoy ourselves to the fullest, we are dance.
I see this time I sit on stage, trust me, there's nothing, that's nothing. That's nothing. I remember when we used to go, like, when we used to go parties, and when time party, like party I keep, we used to have a friend always a dance. And then my father used to say to me, say, listen man, stop the dancing, man. Maybe it's an artist, but them see the artist part I want first. Stop the dancing, you know? So, but the thing is that they both work together, you know? So as soon, that's what I'm saying, when we get that platform for them to see like the real sets and real performances of KQueens, the place I go shell. It's not just, just performing. They don't really see entertainment. So dancing is something we love.
So you born with it.
Born with it.
All right. Next thing I'm gonna ask you now. KQueens. On wardrobe always up. I mean just gonna put some pictures on the screen. See it? On wardrobe always up. Tell me what consideration you put when you not go dress. What amount of consideration go into that?
You know what's everything they choose come a mommy. A mommy. And she always my mother and my sister them always a pre the wardrobe them, you know. Them all
Everything I'm mommy.
everything. Them look at it.
Before anything wear, it is sent to she first. And she said to life.
Okay.
So that's a mommy word.
Hold on. So I saw no matter bad pan the fashion. No, I open up PR. On for PR no.
But I'm broke. We can't pay mommy.
No, man, mommy deserve pay. Yo, you know think always up when you come on to dressing in a KQueens.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, no miss. As artists and just as two beautiful females, you no miss when you come on to dressing.
Because when my mother said to me, she said to me, when you go up on stage, the first thing you wouldn't see, I will have on. So she said, if your clothes is not proper, it can distract them. Like she said, if you wear something before them busy and think about what you're DJ about, them that say, how about that chairman? How about that? How what kind of clothes that? You know, say that don't look good. How what kind of hairstyle? You know, so my mother say wardrobe can be a distraction, you know? So she always try to get to some point and say before we even open our mouth, you know, the outfit appear at speed for we, you know?
Yeah.
So she really pay attention when it comes down to wardrobe. It's very important.
Well, big up mommy, you know. Big up mommy. So KQueens, as a man with follow Alliance, me know you have Alliance and then you have ANG, Alliance Next Generation. So we are talking about the KQueens, the IRA, the Nimran, the Patex and them people there. What go on with that? Is that something that is still a thing or not just louder?
No, man, once Alliance man, ANG is always a family. The thing is that, like for example, Patex probably branching off doing other else things, but when it comes on to the group as ANG, it is still a family. You know, said the same thing with IRA. Whenever if Killer forever say ANG, everybody is back. You know, so there's nothing separated. Everything is still under one umbrella.
Yeah, but you never think about the group after Killer decide to pack up music thing, like, cause the name suggests the next generation, you know. You understand what I mean? Big up Assailant, RIP. Yeah, the name suggests ANG, Alliance Next Generation. So at the next generation part of it we are talking about. Uno actively work on that or that depend on hold, you know. Like una hire everybody still link. Let me put it that way. Everybody still link same way and everybody good.
Hello?
Yeah man, we are hear you.
Okay, then I call you out a while ago.
Yeah man. You that hear me I say?
No, I never. I'm going to say something about ANG.
Yeah, may I ask if everybody still good?
Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody's still good. As far as I know of. Everybody's still good as far as I know of. I'm not saying there's nothing, but I'm not saying nothing wrong.
Alright. Alright, KQueens. Me know una have on a birthday party I prepare for tomorrow, you know, so me don't want stretch it out too long, but una have anything new I work on? Any new project?
Yes,
The fans them can expect nothing new?
you have a new single coming out it called Thunder. That I come out also, I go shoot the video feed too. But they supposed to send a feed come about boy to the was so epic that I get to send you the song. But as me get it, you'll be getting it. You know, so look out for that song. It's called Thunder. Mad and loud and about the damn crowd. That's always, you know, KQueens always I represent for the girl then. So, you know, it's a bad song.
Yeah. Una have me afraid to know. Yeah, cause una drop bad girl and then they follow up to that a thunder. That sound dangerous.
That's why I said it's
Yeah.
just a vibe with KQueens, you know. It's always a vibe. And as I said, it's always a different side to KQueens too. As you can see, you're supposed to know that Scuba says your sister will tap in the reggae side too. You know?
Yeah.
There's so many sides to KQueens. It's just a matter of time for the world to see.
Yeah.
All right. So talk to me about the birthday celebration. I'll come up now.
All right. NBM. Oh, I have to make you know that Killer is the one that named this event NBM. Money, Battles and Models. This name, we are for birthdays from Jamaica. We come to do at an event and we start to Killer with a Killer birthday party and you know, make Money, Battles and Models and say, NBM! Because you know, say that Killer name it NBM. You know, and in, from Jamaica to here in Atlanta now, we have with the likes of Richie Poo from Florida and Shampoo from New York and Negros from Atlanta. You get me? So it's a red carpet event. It's the vibes are big, the energy are big, it's our crazy, you know? That's all we can say. It's gonna be an epic moment, a movie.
Turn up loud. All right. Give me venue, you know. What party to go there? What time and them thing there?
All right, so IDR Event Center is 2203 Old Covington Highway. Again, it's IDR Event Center. Gates open at 10.
See it there. All right, people. Make sure someone turn out and go support the Queens them.
Yes, man.
Please.
There's got to be a vibe, you know?
You know me like we do no KQueens.
Yeah.
We have a thing we want to call. We have a thing what we call consistency and perseverance. And
right.
me know you hear the negative comment them. Me know the same comment them what them used to say about massacre, iron balloon, can bust this, that. Me know you hear the negative comments them. Tell me how you deal with that. How it get to you at any point or how you deal with it.
At first thing meeting about I sit down and say, okay then. These people talk all these things. Why all them so upset about somebody pursuing film dream? It obviously to me to make the sense. Like what do to you when somebody are pursuing film dream? It does crazy to me. It's like me always can't wrap my finger around it and say this is weird as heck. Or if it's somebody pursuing them dream and them goal and it bother them, there must be some doing something right. So me use whatever I use and it push me. And don't get me wrong, Scuba, I always look deep into details and say, is this person really a hater? And then it makes sense to them say. You know, some of those black out and show them a hater, you know, me listen, I'm read, you know, I'm gonna say, all right, then the person just a hater, them just a hater. and some people really give constructive criticism. They really come to and pay. The one who you can't see, you know who I hate, and you know who I show you love and want the best for you. So in life, there's nothing where you do where everybody are gonna love, you know. The world and live, but some people just not gonna like what you do, and some people gonna love what you do. So I pay attention to the ones that love what we do. I don't pay attention to negative energy. You get me?
Right, that's all.
Right.
Right, that's all.
That's why whatever that's why so consistent. What I understand when I talk about consistency, it's not you always being winning. It's not you always on top. It's you always, no matter what the situation is, you keep on going. These are sometimes up, sometimes down, but they keep on going. That people understand what is consistency, you know. So as you said, Scuba will continue to be consistent in what we're doing. So that's all KQueens do. Put God first, everything else come after. Then I'm gonna pay attention to negativity. I just give thanks for life. I love life. You understand? My birthday I come up. You know, we just so many things to give thanks for in order to make a negative energy to mash up my day. You know, me not pay attention. So that's my word for the day. And I'm gonna give negative energy, not even a thought or a second in your life, because it doesn't make any sense. All about straight vibes, straight love, great health. Because when me pay attention to Scuba is that if for me wake up in the morning, my eye open, that's the best thing. I work, foot at work, and I work, everything at work. When my foot touch the bed, they say yes, give thanks. You know, so negative people, them have them to them problems I deal with. I have no time for that. Need to keep the positive flow going. So that's how KQueens deal with negativity.
Yeah, me love on a positive outlook. Always see the glass. Cause me listen to interviews them and them thing there. Always see the glass half full instead of half empty. All right, but me ask you that question. I know I say who part the glass there. Birthday party I come up and thing. So what phone of view upon the man them we are wear purse? The man we wear purse can't forward.
Oh Lord. Scuba, why you ask me that question?
We don't do no controversy. Me understand the difference, Scuba.
When I question them, what you say you ask me.
You know why me ask? You know why me ask about the purse? Because you see phone song.
Yeah.
Every time we talk about the boy that we wear a purse, a phone song we play. Because the girl them now want a purse, man.
No.
See? Yeah, the girl them want.
Me can't have purse and you have purse. That's too feminine. Two of we can't have purse. All that work. The two of we can't have your thing them have to look manly. And my things them look girly. I've been so well do me, I go start with wallet now. If them have purse, I guess you can have a wallet.
Yeah, them say no purse for Alliance Boulevard.
No, all right. Man for manly.
All right. On the hear from the Queens, them, you know. On the hear from dancehall sexy warriors. Man for manly. Without apology, the Queen them must say that. Dr. Mix, you have no follow up with the Queens them before we let them go?
No, I'm all
right.
good. It was such a pleasure talking to you, Queens. You know, looking
but
forward.
Before them cut, me I go play them song. And we want to see the love with the people them show that song, KQueens.
Which is right.
Yeah? So don't move.
You always show KQueens the strength, right?
People respond to the song. See? Just keep going. See? First here. And I'm gonna listen to the night.
I love boxing.
DJ Bombo Clap, man.
I love boxing. Pussy clump up, love it thump up. Smooth and shave in a bump up. Nothing no Joe Biden, nothing no Trump up. Me not come about me blood clot funds up. Give them a chat because I style like the sunset. Heat wave panic cocky when me bounce up. Bang, I love boxing.
DJ Bombo Clap, man.
I love boxing. Pussy lump up, love it thump up. Smooth and shave in a bump up. Nothing no Joe Biden, nothing no Trump up. Me not scam about me blood clot funds up. Give them a tropical style like the sunstruck. Heat wave panic cocky when me bounce up. Me no nap bad cover, me no rough flow. Sweet and cocky to me enough buff. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the back of me hands up. Not the pussy to me unconscious. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky. Love bad fuck. Alright, DJ Bombo Clap man. Love bad fuck. Pussy clump up, love it thump up. Smooth and shave in a bump up. Nothing no Joe Biden, nothing no Trump up. Me not scam about me blood clot funds up. Give them a tropical style like the sunstruck. Heat wave panic cocky when me bounce up. Me no nap pad cover, me no rough flow. Sweet and cocky to me enough buff. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the back of me hands up. Not the pussy to me unconscious. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the back of me hands up. Not the pussy to me unconscious.
KQueens.
Up.
Hold on, me can't let it go yet. Me just notice something at this song. Who for idea? That part they want to say no one get arrested with the backers. And then they hear the little siren come in. Woo! Like, who for idea that?
You know, say, when me came, the mixer, JJ Whistle. JJ Whistle, I feel, but when it mix more than one song to you, and trust me, when theme ideas them different, in mind they different. I think one of the baddest mixer ever come up on a JJ Whistle.
All right, KQueens. Just when I tell you, looking at chat, it's still a bone up on the song not playing. You see that?
Yeah.
One of a song when you're happy.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Latona say this song is a great inspiration to her. Big up for the super chat, Latona.
Yeah, happy. As me say, it has definitely to do with both things probably not stay in a life or you probably not there where you don't really want there in a life. You know, things probably not really stay or you don't want to stay in a life. But the best thing is that you have life, you know. As me say, some people, me want me attack, some people are fight to breathe, some people are fight to walk, a fight to see, a fight to talk, a fight to smell. So there's so many things you have to give thanks for, you know. So you have nothing to be happy for. So that's one of the have Jaii, it's also Jaii singing that song, so it's definitely has a meaning, especially when it comes down to our life.
Yeah, man. DJ Evelina and some more people in the chat a big one up and I wish you happy birthday.
Oh,
yeah, the people them love you.
Oh, give thanks, up DJ Evelina, up move. Always giving us that support. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, some man in the chat I go crazy too, you know, but me know why them I go crazy.
When you say you know why, which is right.
But
as a bad girl, I'm supposed to.
Wanna go listen to that thing where KQueens sing when you're rich man. So now if you tread carefully here.
Them have to take note. Them have to, that come with a bad girl. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Yes. 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't understand and keep on attack enough time. Them have to when KQueens say rich man. You have to understand say. I don't understand what certain man expect woman. You have to just dead it so. You have to just dead and nah help and nah add to the ball game. Sometimes I say this is like crazy. Might as well just be by myself. If you have a man
exactly.
help and nah add to the ball game. What you dead for? Me don't understand.
You know, my auntie said a Chanel will buy and a grocery.
All
Get
right.
me?
All right.
You see? You know what? Let me alone. I don't have no girls.
Like they don't care, Queens. My auntie said Chanel will buy and never grocery.
All right.
You know, she love to see me
right.
$1 and no bag of story.
Which is right. This bag of chatting can't pay bills. Chatting can't pay bills, chatting can't do nothing. This bag of chat now go work. Right now you have to add to the ball game. If you not add to the ball game, you actually got to take yourself away.
Yeah, man, you have to get off the field, man.
Yeah.
Make way for the ball of them.
Which is right. Cause right now look like enough people go on the bench.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
understand? Yeah, woman, I take care of herself and you're not, come on. It's a joke. It don't make no sense.
Exactly.
Much money have to spend, much money have to do. All right. People with birthday coming up. You know much money you have to spend for yourself.
Exactly.
The ear, the clothes, just on even a regular basis. How we brought man a go? No, man, if you stop it, man. It's not
Yeah,
fair.
man,
It's
exactly.
not fair. No.
Especially if you're a bad girl.
Yeah, right. As a bad girl.
Yeah, that is it.
It is.
Right, Scuba?
Yeah. I will brought man a go, Scuba.
Yeah, and my argument then. You notice me quiet.
Take care of your woman. But you don't take care of your woman.
You know see how the girl them look nice and clean, Scuba with the body.
Yeah, man, straight.
What you mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing but a ball.
Woman forget take care of.
Yeah.
Right too. That's the message. Oh, a broke man I got. Broke man vex that me say something wrong with you. You understand? You can't, so woman I tell you can't say all things there now, woman if you help themselves. If you go like, you know what, add to the ball game.
Yeah.
No make
And
sense.
Queens, the man them in a swamp rich and love take care of woman, you know, so.
Yeah, Queen. Yeah, see them in that chat, you know.
Show them rich.
What you say? They love take care of woman. We should have known that.
I remember say our artist say woman forget money right through, you know, right through. Yeah. Rich
Right
things and them right through.
What? It's swamp. Money nothing in swamp.
What is that? The swamp outside.
Yeah, swamp outside, money nothing in swamp.
This is right. And that me a talk about.
I don't know Alliance man them thing. Alliance man them thing ever up, you know.
Ever up.
Which is right. That's what I tell you, say, even we being around killer, you know. I remember one time when I was just right rich man, you know. Killer comes to me, killer say, what would I do? I say rich man. Killer so no influence the girl if you go take rich Mr. But general we broke man and go. We broke man and go. They say, Kuba when you just try this again, cause you see, he calls. I said to myself, what kind of thing that I influence woman them to do? Yes, no, but Mr. Killer, but BC, you always take care of your woman them, some women understand. Him shut up, he quiet. Him not say next word. Done. So what do this?
Hold on. What wanna say? Wanna quiet the great warlord?
You not tell us Mr. when been put the debate pan that. So Mr. But Mr. General, you take care of your woman them, so me not understand. In the better say nothing.
So let me ask you this. If you quiet killer, why would not try to draw me in an argument?
Killer say, Cake was watching, man, watching. That's what talk of facts. And when me come and see, me never say no way nobody watch when Mr. Killer talk to. The money up, woman taking care of. Killer no mean when come on to woman, so why me must look pan broke man?
Exactly.
That no make no sense.
As a bad girl.
It no make no sense.
Yeah,
me come to my general take care of woman, so why me must come why we broke man I go. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I say no Bob the Builder.
I mean
The construction we are doing over here. But Mr. Bianca, Scooby, go consider after that's what I said. That time we can do the argument there.
Scooby, where are you?
Yeah, I couldn't have a girls talk. Yeah, I couldn't have a girls talk. Me not intervene, I'm alone.
You need help with doulas there. Where is doulas?
I'm hoping to have an exceptional birthday party though.
Doulas on the bench.
Oh gosh. Yeah, man, give thanks to Dr. Mix. It's gonna be awesome as usual every year, you know. So just give thanks. You know, I look forward. As we say, it's going to be a vibe. It's going to be an energy. It'll go bad, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, man. Big up on yourself, KQueens. And you don't know, when the song drops, send it come give me. And you don't know Alliance here, this one can pass through anytime.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Which is right. Most definitely. And we can't
Yes,
wait
me I
to
say?
link up to do a definitely live interview. No matter talk about the internet, me talk about doing a live interview. We just sit down and we are chill and we are do that interview there.
You know we are gonna do it though. It are gonna
Yes,
happen.
man. Yes,
Yeah.
man.
Who if you do one with the warlord himself too, you know. You don't know.
Mhm.
The thing have to
Yes.
up when you do them interview them.
Yes.
Them thing there timeless and priceless.
Timeless and priceless.
Yeah, man. You don't know the
God
thing
and
set.
time. Godspeed.
God and time.
Yes.
So
Yes.
again, me open and enjoy the birthday to the fullest. You get what me I say? I'm hold on. See the one side man then start shove out money, you know. Man make no know so them thing. Rick one side.
You would Ricky that.
Rick the KQueens, you need to ask about Rick one side. Me rich in a currency where value more than US money. It's not a problem, honey. Rich and swamping. Yeah. So Queens, big up on yourself. Go with God. Make sure you get some clippings at the birthday and them thing you send come give you, you know.
Yes.
You understand? And capture the dressing. Capture the dressing. I want to see how mommy I go dress or no. You see me? Don't me not hear them. Maybe them like them get a next call. No man in there.
Oh.
So probably them get a next call. Yeah, people. So when I don't know, KQueens make a pass through. Come bless up the live. When I don't know, Alliance thing. Big up one side people, them will always support the thing too. Don't know the thing set.
We're just gonna follow up on the gram. So
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And all of the people, and make sure so we not follow KQueens on the gram. And make sure when they drop the project them,
yeah,
we not support. Yeah, KQueens, you know there.
Yeah, man. We're here.
Yeah, man. I mean, I say big up, mommy. I want to send me some pics and some videos from the birthday celebration. You see me? Because I want to see how mommy dressing up for the occasion, you know. You don't know the thing go. You see me? The big stylist.
I want to tell you the craziest thing is that the outfit where they supposed to reach. One of them reached Thursday, Friday. No, to that Saturday. One of them reached Thursday, and the other one is supposed to reach today. And then them send me a message today and tell us say it we'll be able to reach until Monday. So I send the message to mom. Mom say, no worry, man. I got to know, man. No worry. We have to do.
So, you know always, boy, the more you talk, I more question me, you know. You know always dress alike?
Always. There's some time when we decide. I remember when I tried to do killer birthday party and we change up the color, you know. But majority of the time, sometimes we try to change it up, but we go right back. Once in a blue moon. But we will probably in the future just to see them KQueens in a different dimension, different style. We might, do that for them, for the fans.
So, that no cause problem. Significant others not mixing up sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, significant others, they better know we not a problem. and God go with you. Oh, that be I tell you. And I need to know, I you to know, and I need to know how you for find out.
All right, that to say. All right, Queens, big up on yourself. No, don't know.
Bless
Love.
up, man. I give thanks, man. Anytime. I bless everybody for the life. Dr. Mix, give thanks again for Jaii. You know, you have a good vibe, good energy. You look like I have a good vibe. You can invite some song. You know,
yeah,
you look
as
like
a bad girl to one to the little next two bad girl. You know the energy of right.
Which is right. But yeah, man, give thanks and as everybody who are listening on the live, we appreciate, Thank you for always supporting KQueens. I give KQueens that drive and that push. We appreciate it. Give thanks.
Big up to you as well.
All right, much love.
Yes.
Salute. Yeah, Dr. Mix.
That was so fun, Scoobla.
Yeah.
I love them. They're so great. Energy good. Good energy.
Yeah, man. Positive energy. always optimistic,
and they sound
always
grounded
persistent.
and solid, you know. I love that in women. Of when women sound like them have them head on them shoulder and just know what they're about and it's just rooted in themselves. I love that.
Yeah, man. Where's the bad cocks? You want to say something?
KQueens Media.
If them single. So why you never ask them that when them there? Where you wait when them gone, you ask me. You want me to play a song for them in the bad girl segment?
Yes.
All right. When we reach us up, we dedicate the song from Bad Crocs to KQueens.
Yes.
Then, yeah. So, Dr. Mix.
Yes.
I could jump in at the next topic, quick and fast. Quick and fast. Let me share it. Let me find it and share it on the screen. Where is it? Here it is. All right. So the general, warlord, poor people governor, it's Ivy Lawson, Rodney Bounty Killer Price. As you know, them have the Uplift the Community event in a Seaview. When was it again? March 29th?
March 29th, yeah.
Yeah, where he was to be presented the Guardian of the Culture Award. And because of circumstances beyond his control, he never get to turn up. My only disappointment with that was I think somebody should have represented him
Right.
and collect it. But nonetheless, see, the general collect the award and him express his appreciation. I'm gonna read him response. To the love and the appreciation with the community has shown him. Because remember, you know, as you know, go Bible earlier, there's a scripture that says a prophet is not without honor except in his own place.
Right.
Then it is very unusual when the people them where you grew up amongst see you as somebody great and worthy of appreciation. That is not a simple thing. And it not happen often too.
Right.
See? And I think it goes to show the impact of a bounty killer, not only in the wider Jamaica and in a music and by extension in the world, because enough life bounty killer touch in the world. But in a community, that it different. That it different. Don't Dr. Mix. Like when you put on your clothes,
right.
Don't it different when your man look on you and say, baby, you look good.
Yes,
then you put on your clothes and it's like him never see it and you go to the road and some man I gotta tell us say you look good.
Yes.
But it just not the same, don't it?
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah. There's something about being appreciated by your own people in your own place. And me get to find out over the years, Dr. Mix said this is one of the things where fuel the hate where bounty killer receive from a lot of the quarters in a dancehall. Bounty killer enjoy. Even the artists them will tell us say rich on him with this, we have that, we have that. One thing them don't have is the love what killer enjoy from the people them, the authentic love what the people them have for killer. And that's where a lot of the bad mind come from. See, it is a come like Dr. Mix. Like two man are putting in them application, right? And one have money, and the next one not so him thing not so up, but him have personality. There's a connection there. And you decide to him you go work with. You get what me I say? The man with money I go feel away him like him feel say him have him money, him have him this and him have him that.
Right.
See? I go envious of other poor man. Well, me not gonna say poor man, but a man we might not have it like him, so to speak. You understand?
Right.
And him I go pray that man there, you know. Yeah, because how dare you? You get what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So
You.
it's just that in our life sometimes material possession don't substitute for character and being real.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's the way a lot of people don't understand. So material possession don't substitute for character and being real. But you genuinely love people and him have a very caring and giving heart where him always think about how him can make somebody life better.
Mm-hmm.
See? Yeah. And as me say, it is not common for people in your own community show you that kind of love and respect there.
Yeah.
So more big up Seaview and more big up Killer. And now me I go read him response because him post it on IG. You see me? That's a thing up on your screen.
Yeah.
That on display on the screen. I go read it. I go read the response from Killer to receiving the award from him community. Him say, just want to extend my most sincere gratitude and my appreciation to my community, Seaview Gardens. And him say, at Blackman and Letusa, and all who's involved for this award, also for recognizing my continuous efforts and contributions made to our people and the music industry over the decades. Right. It's not regularly kings get crowned in their own town. Yeah. So this worth way more than any Grammy or Oscar award to me. Yeah. Big thank you. So him pretty much express the same sentiment we are saying.
Yeah.
See, him say it's not often a king get crowned in his own town. So him recognize that. And he must say it mean more to him than any Grammy or Oscar.
Yeah.
You know what I say?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you receive them award, you know, it's based on your work as a musician.
Mm-hmm.
But when your community give you an award, we say guardian of the culture.
That's who you are.
That means something different.
Yeah.
Because Jamaican culture is so unique and we are lose so much of it. Mm-hmm. The things that make us unique, we are lose so much of it. So when them say guardian of the culture, for me is a big deal. Oh, you see it, Dr. Mix?
No, for real. And this just shows too that even though he went on to become one of the biggest superstars, you know, in the world for dancehall, he never left or forgot his roots, because Jamaican people are not going to, especially from your own community, they're not going to play face and give you an award if they felt like, as them would say, you get rich and switch, you know? So this just shows that he remained connected and poured back into the community, you know, that's a part of his upbringing and made him who he is as a person. And as you said, it's always a beautiful thing when the people who knew you before before you became famous and before you became this person can always look at you and be proud of who you became and proud of what you've done. So it's definitely a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well said. Well said. So, big up Bounty Killer. A lot of people been asking, when we are going to see Killer up on the stage again? When we are, hold it of the message me again. When we are see Killer up on the stage again? God and time.
Yeah.
Saying, just keep the DJ on the prayers and know, say, a God and time. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So we're gonna move on now, Dr. Mix, to the hot topic. The hot topic we are burning up the whole place now. And it has to do with Jaii Frais.
Right.
And the incident between him and 450 and him entourage.
Right.
You know, just from listening to the commentaries surrounding this whole incident, you can see that there's a lot of ignorance when it comes on to the legal system.
Right.
You understand? How the law works. And it goes to show. It goes to show that sometimes I think as a country, I think we need to put more emphasis on education. I think we need to put more emphasis on education. And not only in the sense that we do the maths and the sciences and all of that. But where civics is concerned, I think that needs to form a part of the curriculum in schools. I think we need to bring that back. What do you think?
Yes. No, I agree. And mental ability. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that in there, you know? You remember mental ability, Scuba? That okay. I feel like they need to bring back that and civics. Even just the basics. You know what I mean? Just the basics of civics so that people can really understand.
Yeah. All right. So stemming from the incident that happened at sometime between April 12 and 13. Carnival after party, big wall. We all have seen played out in social media and in traditional media and in print media. Different narratives surrounding what took place at that event, Dr. Mills. It is crazy. Now, there are some things that are facts, something that we know happened, right? Like, fact, Jaii Frais was at the event.
Right.
Fact, 450 and Javi and them entourage were at the event.
Right.
Fact, again, something happened. And based on what happened, Jaii Frais is now in jail. And he has been charged. You know, so them charge him formally now.
Yes, yeah. Both of them, I understand.
So, who else?
Jaii Frais and Javi both have been charged.
I don't think Javi did get charged.
Yeah, man, he did. Didn't he, Javi? Yeah, man, he did. Chat correct me. Yeah, man, he did. I think he got charged yesterday too.
What
the same. I think it was the same 3 charges that were laid on Jaii Frais was also laid on him.
Okay, I forgot double check. I think
the chat can confirm. They charged both of them, man.
Yeah, them say he got charged hours after.
Okay.
So, all right, so Javi get charged. So, I want to say the same charge him.
Same charges, yeah.
So, shooting with intent, wounding with intent, possession of prohibited weapon.
Yeah.
In other words, possession of an illegal weapon.
That's what I want you to explain to me. Is illegal and prohibited the same thing? Or is illegal here, it's illegal in the venue, or what? What is it the same thing or different things?
Them pretty much, because them amend the firearm law, and so them change up some of the terminologies, pretty much. That's what it is.
Oh, but the Telegon said Javi get charged for assault. Is it in addition, or that was like a separate charge? Mama find it, Scuba, and send it to you. Said I guess in. Mama find it. Yeah, that's cool.
You kind of find it and read out the charges, because I go somewhere with it. All right. What I'm charged with is not that it is not important, but when I go with the discussion, is to educate people on certain things.
Right.
Now, what we want to keep in mind, people, and for those who can look on them screen. If you don't notice, me have some terms, two Latin terms, right? Two Latin terms, and the first one is mens rea. And what mens rea means is somebody mental state, them state of mind. The second term is actus reus, and it is the action.
Right.
See, so these are what you call elements of a crime. So you have to prove these. The mental state of the person, meaning them intent, and the action what them do.
Right.
Whether illegal, reckless, or whatever the case is. Right? And then you have a thing what them call malice aforethought. And malice don't mean like me and Dr. mix Bex and when me not talk to her or
Sorry,
she not
I have
talk
the
to
charges if you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Well, maybe just explain malice and then we'll go with the charges, right? Malice, again, has to do with the person mental state and them intent.
Right.
Right? And as we go into the discussion, you're going to see why them terms are important. Yeah, Dr. Mix, go ahead with the charges.
All right. So Javi specifically was charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm, wounding with intent, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony. Those are his 3 charges.
Okay. All right. Now, so Jaii Frais get charged, Javi get charged. And I fully expect that some other people going to get charged too. All right, but we'll watch and see how it play out.
Okay, and Jaii Frais didn't get charged with assault. He got charged with wounding with intent, shooting with intent, and possession of a prohibited weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, and as I said, I fully expect that some other people are going to get charged.
Some other people, yeah.
But we'll wait and see because investigation is a process. All right. Now, I think Jaii Frais retained Isaac. And Javi retained
Peter Champagne.
Champagne.
Right.
Okay. So top tier lawyers.
Yes, in their own right.
We want to look on the subject from both a moral perspective and a legal perspective. All right. Let's start with the moral perspective first before we delve into the legal stuff. Now, one of the things floating out there, Dr. Mix, is that the confrontation and the hate between Jaii Frais and 450 them stems from commentary where Jaii Frais make on him podcast. That's one of the things floating out there, right?
Right.
Now, under the Constitution, we have a thing what they call freedom of expression. And as long as you not defame or hate speech or you're not threatened, then you're free to express yourself. Doesn't mean that Dr. Mix I feel like what me say, and it means me I feel like what Dr. Mix say. But we are guaranteed that right under the Constitution. Freedom of expression. We also have the right to life, which is the most important most important right under the Constitution. Because without life, you're not nothing. Without life, the rest are right and privilege them don't make no sense. So your most important right under the Constitution is the right to life. Now, you have the right to protect that right at any cost. Once your life or your safety is threatened, you have the right to take reasonable action to preserve your life. Where may I go with this? It goes now to the legal aspect because me know with almost 100% certainty. Almost. Because there's always room for error. But me believe, say, from Jaii Frais side of things, them are going to argue self-defense. What you think?
Yeah, I think it's the most obvious defense that you can have in this situation. Yeah, I think it's the most obvious defense that you can have is self-defense.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Would they, in the self-defense, would they also, you mentioned the mens rea before, which is the mental aspect of it, right? Would they also add what his mental state would have been, why he would have felt the need to defend himself in that way? Would that be critical to it as well?
That will be very critical to the case.
Yeah.
But as we go through, you're going to say, oh, and why?
Right.
And you have a lot of people running around on the internet. Say them did it and them witness that and them see this and that, this did happen and that did happen. None of that makes any sense.
Yeah.
If you're going to come on social media and try to try the case or persuade people in one direction or the other on social media with certain narrative, that don't make no sense. If you have information that is germane to the case, that is important to the case, see, you either need to pass on that information to the investigators, or for either side, because we know either side right now need witnesses, people who see what go on and can you know, articulate from their perspective what really happened.
Right.
So that are the constructive way to deal with it. Me not really go listen to people and run up and down with the whole heap of noise. Me did and this no. We don't want to hear that. You understand? And when we open the discussion segment, what I love to hear from the people, you know, how them see the case and what go through their mind. Because as me say, when it comes down to legal stuff, not a lot of people you know, pay attention and try to educate themselves in this regard. So we could go into the self-defense scenario now, Dr. Mix.
Right.
From Jaii Frais perspective. Now, in all of this, keep in mind what a reasonable person would do in a similar situation. Because that is important. Now, him have a strong case with self-defense if the threat was immediate and life-threatening.
Right.
So, mens rea again. Him have to believe in himself, say,
right,
this threat was imminent and life-threatening. And there was no way to avoid it. There was no way of escaping it. You understand me?
Right.
Because imminent and life-threatening mean, you know, it's the right at your doorstep. You can't move. You know, the only thing you can do is take action to defend yourself pretty much.
And survive, right.
So it boils down now to survival. You never choose a better word.
Yeah.
All right? So you can't have no realistic alternative. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand, yeah.
Yeah, so imminent mean you're not an alternative, but to defend yourself under the circumstances. See? Now, the action where you take, was it reasonable? And was it necessary? Two important words, you know. Was the action reasonable? And was it necessary? Now, we all know that firearms came into play, right?
Right.
So the use of the firearm, because the actus reus we are talking about now, you know, the action where you take. the use of the firearm, why was it used? Was the intent to stop the threat, the perceived threat? Because if the intent is to retaliate, and for sure them boy I say, oh, I'm afraid of them, me kill one of them, then that totally changes things,
Right.
So the use of the firearm has to be, if we're going to talk about self-defense, it has to be that you use the firearm to stop the perceived threat. And you had no other means. You never see no way out. And remember, and you have said that to the court. You have what you call a reasonable person standard. We go back to that again. A reasonable person in the same or similar situation, would they have resorted to the same or similar action?
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, after the perceived threat subsided, so that means there's no longer a threat. Did you continue to use force? So after the danger passed, did you continue to use force?
Right.
You have to understand, So your state of mind under the circumstances, you have to be honest and reasonable about the threat where you perceive and the action where you take. So it can't be a sledgehammer to kill a mosquito kind of thing. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to be as simple as I can so I don't talk over nobody's head. So it can't be like the analogy where them say the mosquito up on the wall and you use a sledgehammer to kill a mosquito. That's way too much force. That's way too excessive. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So like you're puzzled. Yeah.
No, I'm not sure if I could ask questions while you're talking because I know you like to kind of.
Of course, we have a dialogue.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to play the ignorant person who you're teaching and enlightening, right? Enlightening. Right. So based on clips that I saw, an actual video, there was a video of the amount of gunshots that were being fired. Because you brought up excessive, and I'm thinking excessive force. Does the force go beyond reasonability then, or goes beyond the perceived threat, right? And so I counted about 7, the chat can correct me, 7 shots. Now I'm not able to determine where the 7 came from, right? But then I'm thinking, would somebody need to fire more than 1 shot to disarm the threat? And I'm also thinking of something else, of where Jaii Frais was injured, which based on the reports was in his behind, which would suggest he wasn't a threat when he got shot. And it's just a suggestion.
Well, remember we are looking on Jaii Frais side, I think, so we soon flip over to the next side.
Okay, all right.
All right. So we are dealing with the self-defense from Jaii Frais aspect. Now you ask a very important question. The amount of rounds that were discharged. We know if a Jaii Frais fire all of them there? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
Exactly. And you have to remember, say, in a these kind of situations, you have a thing when you fight and flight.
Right.
You understand? Where you might take certain action. You would have done all one clip and don't even realize that you've done one clip.
Right.
Yeah, you understand what I mean? And you never know until you're in the situation. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, remember, if we are going self-defense, it would mean that you're in a life-saving mode. You believe that this can be your last day upon earth, and you're going to take whatever action you can take to preserve your life.
Which means it has to be more than a box that was given. Because if I mean just a follow where you said with the sledgehammer to mosquito theory, if you box me and I pull a gun and shoot you, so because I feel like that box you gave me threatened my life, is that reasonable?
Well, it depends. Because remember, and we just go off an hearsay now. Because here with ears can get back the Javi boxing, right?
Right.
But also in the scenario, with hearsay, enough of them.
Where there was 15 people.
Exactly. So what was coming after the box? And you have to remember, say, you have what is called now aggravating circumstances.
Right.
Just based on the numbers. Because a 15-man approach you, see, and you get a box, and maybe you see other people advance towards you, and you see people are surround you, then it is reasonable to believe, say, your life in a danger, just based on the aggravating circumstances, just the number of them, the amount of them what they there, You understand what I mean? So you also have to look at the aggravating circumstances. That is a part of the incident, and the numbers is a part of that aggravating circumstances, and that is why I think we'd have a discussion on your live one at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, say, as a female, right? You're walking, and a one man grab your purse. You're gonna hang on the purse, and you're gonna try to fight him off, don't it?
Yeah.
But you as a female walking, and you see 5 men step out in the road, and one step to you and grab the purse. You're not gonna fight, don't?
I probably will not fight because
why?
Like a defeated. Because I can't fight 5 men. It almost feels like a defeated, like I'm already defeated in the situation because I'm outnumbered.
So and that is why I want you to say it. The number do something to you, right? Just the amount of them. So that is why we have to look on that as an aggravating circumstance. Because them have numbers. So if a 15-man surround Jaii Frais, the court has to take that into consideration.
I guess I'm befuddled, Scoobler. And I guess, as you said, there is much we don't know, so we have to wait. But based on the original story, in terms of he was approached, he was attacked, he disarmed, he defended himself. I'm just not understanding the charges that are being laid against him, because shooting with intent doesn't suggest self-defense to me.
Well, here, all right. Here's the thing. Let's look at it. I remember say people are here, so we are going for.
Right.
I don't think we're going to know the. I don't think we're going to know the nitty-gritty of what really happened until it play out in court.
Yeah.
And people go under oath and swear if you tell the truth. And them know, so if them perjure themselves, them have serious consequences to bear. You understand? But for now, we just look at the different scenarios based on where a float around in the media. That's all we are doing. All right? And I'm pretty sure as the case progress, we are going to have more conversations about it. All right, remind me of the question we just asked, Dr. Mix.
No, I was saying that, like, the charges, the shooting with intent doesn't suggest it's self-defense.
Okay, so you have to remember, and that is why it's important to have these conversations. Right. You have to remember that charge don't mean guilt.
Yeah.
You have to remember that charge, all this is that the police did their investigation and there's a preponderance of evidence, meaning them find enough. All right, it's like you go cook, right? Let me break it down in a language that people understand. It's like you go cook some soup. You know what ingredients you need for the soup, right? You need a pumpkin, you need noodle, you need water, and them thing there. It is the same thing when it comes on to criminal offenses.
Right.
There are points to prove the offense. Now, if during the investigative process, as the investigator, you think all of these points are there, are present, then you charge. But you have to remember, so this person is an accused person. So that is why you can get charged. But when you go to court and it play out in a court, then you might get a not guilty verdict. Because there's a lot that the court has to consider, because it's not only charging the person. Now you have to prove where you charge them for. Because the principle in law is that the defendant don't have to say anything.
Right.
Like if you carry them before the court, it's on you to prove the offenses. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So in this case, that is why you have a defense attorney. Because now the defense attorney going to scrutinize all of them charges there, all of the argument where the prosecutor or the state have in support of these charges. The defense attorney going to scrutinize everything and pull them apart. And then may have witnesses that going say something contrary. Or you may very well find, like in some cases, that, and I'm not saying this is the case for this particular incident, people. We just talk based on my experience. I've seen people brought before the court and then charged, and then when it comes on to time to giving the evidence, Dr. Mix, the state really don't have anything.
Yeah.
You understand? And sometimes the court I wonder then what you charge the people them for.
Right.
And don't be surprised if that happened in this case, and I'll tell you why. Remember, there was a writ of habeas corpus filed by Isaac Buchanan. You remember that, right?
Yes, I remember that.
And what that is when you have a man in a custody, the writ of habeas corpus is pretty much a document saying why you have my client in a custody.
Right.
Charge him or release him. And that is why the court gave this 6 p.m. deadline. Say if we're not charging by that time, release him.
Right.
You understand? So it might just be a case where the investigative work never really done, but because the investigators get an ultimatum, say, listen, is it on a charge him or release him by such time? Them decide, say, well, we have enough for charge. Doesn't mean to them have enough for a conviction.
Right.
Two different things that. You can have enough for charge, but not enough for a conviction. You understand what I mean?
Right.
So these legal things, Dr. Mix, are very complex. It is not as easy as how you hear people forward in a social media and say X or Y and believe say a gospel. No. Arguments win in a court. Who have the better argument? Who presents the better case? Who is more convincing? Who is more believable? Because, all right, let me give you an example, Dr. Mix. You know, say, the police and we are investigate the case, right?
Right.
Might say, boy, based on the witness statement, whatever them collect, and based on them investigation, they might say, yo, you know, say, that youth and that defend himself. Neither defend himself, you know. See, him really did just want to get at the man them. Them can based on the investigation, the investigator them can come down to that conclusion, you know.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
But you know, say Jaii Frais, for example, in court, let's say him lawyer put him on the stand. And him said to the court, say, I was in fear of my life when these men approached me. You know, say that can make the difference. How? Ask me how. If the court believe him.
How?
You see, witness credibility is important in a criminal case too. Well, in any case, but it is important in a criminal case. whether you're believable. So the case presented by the state might say, boy, you never believe say your life in no danger. And there were other means of dealing with the situation.
Right.
Right? You did not have to confront these people the way you did. And we know what follows. People get shot and all of that. The state might very well say that.
Yeah.
But as I said before, Jaii Frais can take the stand, or another witness take the stand, or whatever, whichever way it play out, and say, well, I genuinely believe that my life was in danger.
Danger, yeah.
And if the court believe that, then that can make the difference between guilt and innocence.
Right.
You understand me? And that is why when you're in a courtroom setting, you say if you're going to tell a lie, make sure the lie is well rehearsed, and make sure you remember the details of the lie. Because you see, once the court catch you in a lie, then you start to lose credibility.
Yeah.
As someone who did law enforcement for 15 years, I say whole heap of case where the state or the crown lose the cases based on credibility. Because sometimes some policeman go tell lie and don't remember the lie with them tell.
Right. And then a too good lawyer too, you know, that's
exactly. And then when you tell lie and you lose credibility, then it's difficult for the court believe anything else what you say. And you can't just look on it in a layman terms, in a doctor mix. You have your boyfriend, right? And you ask him about something. And him lie to you, and you find out him tell a lie.
Right.
So let him go one party and him left with one girl, and you ask, you say you left with a girl at a party there, and him tell us say no. And you ask him, where you go for the party? And him tell us he got X and whatever. No, you know, the minute you prove, say him left with the girl, everything else where him tell you about that night, you are going to view it with suspicion, wrong or right?
Right. No, for real.
You are going to view everything else.
There's not
it
even
works
any...
the same way in a court.
Yeah.
It works the same way in the court. If the court catch you in a lie, then you're going to lose a lot of credibility. And if you're not believable, that can also make the difference in the case.
Yeah.
So, you saw complex courtroom thing is?
Yeah.
It is very complex. And that is why you can't try case in a social media. We can only do a little commentary.
Yeah.
And say what we think based on what is presented or based on the information that we have.
Yeah.
But no one can say definitively how things will play out in court.
Yeah.
Until it play out in court. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a narrative war on social media, you know. So it's who can push their narrative the fastest and the most believable narrative that will win social media. But most of the time, that's not relevant in court.
But and it can be. And I mean, like, yeah, pick my brain. It can be. I mean, I tell you how it can be. Social media can affect the case. Because if let's say this case is all over, right? So it's on social media, print media, electronic media, everywhere you turn. And let's say it boils down to a jury trial. Right? I think them have them can choose between a bench trial, meaning judge only, or jury trial. All right. But you know, say a good attorney can make a case and say, boy, you know, say based on the amount of publicity with that case, that thing I get, that case I get, I don't think my client will be able to get a fair trial in Jamaica.
Right.
You know, them can make them argument there, and if them have enough sway in them argument, it can affect the case again.
Yeah.
So social media can affect the case. Not saying that it will. I don't want nobody go run and go say what me not saying. Me only tell you no say it can. Because if the minds of the people who, for instance, if we sit on a jury, is prejudiced one way or the other, then a good defense attorney can say, boy, me not think my client can get a fair trial in a Jamaica based on the fact that he's a public figure and he, she, and the old lady, everybody hear about the case and have an opinion about the case already. But that is usually more applicable in a jury trial when you have to choose a jury from the population to make the decision concerning guilt and innocence. It might not be so effective. That argument might not be so effective if it's a bench trial, meaning the judge alone a preside over it. See? All right. So we are say when it come on to the self-defense, the mental state you have to believe say your life in an imminent danger. The action, whatever action you take, you have to can articulate that any reasonable person in a similar situation would have take the same or similar action.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And them are gonna look on the proportionality of the force that was used. But as me say, you can have, because in cases like these, you have what is called expert witnesses. So for example, let's say just for example, let's say a Jaii Frais fired the 7 shot. For example, people listen carefully, you know. You may just get an expert witness will come in and say, a psychologist, psychiatrist, whoever, come in and say, boy, well, Your Honor, based on my years of study, 20 odd years, 30 odd years in the field, this is typical human behavior when faced with tragic and life-threatening circumstances. And yes, the body goes into this kind of shock, and you go into this mental state. And when you're in this mental state, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I do.
The whole of them things they can play out in a court, Dr. Mix. And that is why it is difficult to say it will play out this way or it will play out that way. We just have to wait and see how the trial or how the case proceed in a court. See? Now, the self-defense theory will fall apart, Dr. Mix, if the threat was not imminent. So if it was an imminent life-threatening, if it wasn't an imminent life-threatening situation, then that changed things. Did you have a realistic alternative? See? So when you see the man them approaching, right? And it became aggressive or whatever. What was there an alternative? Yeah, go ahead.
There's a video that's going around on as you're talking, I'm remembering there's a video that's going around on the internet that I believe might work in Jaii Frais' favor from a psychological perspective. And this video seems to have been taken right after the incident, where he was being, it looks like he was like the police was trying to either hold on to him or trying to get him to give, I don't know what they were doing, but you know, the words that came out of his,
when them say hand over, they go to the police and they say, them did try to kill me now. Them did try to kill me.
Right. That video, and the medical person say, yeah, but we're just trying to give you medical attention. You can see his state of mind still flight or fight mode, still activated. Mentally for him, you can see it on his face, you can see it in his body language, you can look at, like, from a psychological through psychological lens, I can see he's still in fight or flight mode. And that video can work in his favor because that's taken moments after the incident and he's still in that zone of trying to survive and protect himself.
And here's why that is important too. The fight or flight um mode. Here's why that is important. Because him get injured in the
Right.
incident and did not know at the time.
Did not know. So the
What I
adrenaline is
tell us,
still pumping.
so what I
Yeah.
tell about in mental state
Yeah.
and the state where in body, you know,
Right.
in
He didn't
anatomy.
even realize he was injured, and the young lady saying to him, "Yeah, but we're trying to give you medical attention," and he's there saying, "I them a try kill me, no. I them a try kill me." That video can be used to really help his case.
Well,
I think
that that
psychologically.
that, that is important to, you know.
Mhm.
Statements made during people. Let me tell you, you know, we can't talk about this from now till the morning, you know. Statements made before, during, and after the incident can turn the case on its head too. Because let's say Jeffrey I'm table. Again, just for argument's sake, people, me not say this happen. But just like going to examples of things that can happen. How what you say before, during,
Right.
and after can affect the case. Let's say Jeffrey did that in table and him say, boy, if none of them pussy they come over here, me I kill one of them, you know.
Mhm.
What that do to the
It
self-defense theory?
shows intent, doesn't it?
So we're going back to menswear again. What was
Or
the
it
state
would
of
it
mind?
show intent or premeditation?
It go back to the
Or
state of mind again, right?
yeah.
Menswear, what was the mental state? Did you
So
predetermine that
right.
you got hurt one of them man ya, if them walk anywhere in your direction?
Right.
Was
So
that predetermined?
I
So,
mean, would you say that it's because if that's a very tricky one, Scobler,
I mean, I tell you.
because you're already in a mental state of fight when you
Mhm.
make a statement like that if any one of them pussy a come over here so them are go dead, you've already made up your mind that if they approach you, then it's fight.
So mentally, you premeditate what you're gonna do,
Right.
and you tell yourself so you're gonna take certain action if you're being approached any at all by any one of them individually.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? I say.
So
So that is all what you say before can actually impact on the case, and if you're going for a
can
self
yeah, I
self
mean,
defense.
yeah,
Um,
a good lawyer can really turn that against you. Somebody in the comments said to me in that video, he looks like he was lying. He's trying to convince people that he's innocent. I would disagree with you, BK Dime. I would absolutely disagree with you. I didn't see through psychological lens. I didn't see somebody who was trying to mount a defense. He ran and he ran to the according to the report. He ran to the police, handed over the gun, and told them the story. That already, to me, and this is to me, means not a liar. Please indicate somebody who believes they're in the right, who believes that something has been done against them and they're trying to find safety. And then if you look at the video, you can tell he's flustered, he's still in flight or fight mode. He's not even aware that he has been injured, which that's a lot of adrenaline, which adrenaline is a good indicator of where your mind is at. You're still in survival mode. You have not even realized at the time that your body no register say it has been harmed because you're still in survival mode. So I would disagree that he is trying to lie or mount a defense. I think in that mind space, he's still trying to make sure that he's safe. And he's still thinking that his life is in somewhat, in danger, is my opinion on it.
yeah, yeah. But
One
you
side
see,
forever say, you think him should have give the police them a statement without a lawyer. I think any good lawyer would advise you against that. Here is the thing though, when you're in fight or flight mode, you're not thinking on that level. You're absolutely not thinking, oh, let me not say anything because I believe, and again, this is just my opinion, I'm not a lawyer. I believe his mental state at the time wasn't let me try and mount a culpable defense then, or try and set things up to make me look innocent. I fully believe that his mental state at that time was still to survive. So it's almost like, and I hate to use it, but I feel I'm attacked, I'm being attacked, and I run to the police for safety. I'm going to immediately say, I'm trying to run away from these people. They're trying to fight me, they're trying to attack me. I took this knife off them. Here is the knife. I'm not thinking as somebody who is guilty. I'm thinking as a victim. I'm still in the mindset of something has been done to me and I'm a victim and I'm trying to get help. And when I watched that video, that's what stood out to me. So he's not thinking maybe it's not such a good idea to talk to the police because this could work against me. He's absolutely thinking, I defended myself. I need to get to safety. Here, this can help you to go and get the people that attacked me. I'm a victim. So he wasn't thinking on that level. May I tell you, I sat and used that video to work for Jaii Frais.
I mean, of course, they're going to use it. If a self-defense, we are talking about them, going to use it. But it depends on what one side forever mean by statement. Because, yeah, whatever you say, all right, let me get to that in a minute. But once an incident happen, Dr. Mitch, it's okay to say, if the officer them approach and say what happened, it's okay to say, officer, I was attacked and me did have to defend myself.
Right.
Anything further, me need a lawyer present. So it's okay to go that route there,
But most people at that time are not even thinking about legalities and lawyers, and I mean, especially in the frame of mind of escaping with your life. I'm just really speaking to the mental state. You kind of have the legal part of it. I'm kind of just looking at the mental state and that video as well. BK Dime said the police didn't believe him. Skubla addressed that earlier, that him being charged doesn't mean he's guilty. And so we have to wait.
Let me explain. Yeah, exactly. But let me explain. BK Dime, me soon read your super chat. Respect for the super chat. But let me explain something to the people too. You have a thing that is called judge's rule. And I think, memory serve me right, a long time I know the police work, people, so don't bear with me. Judge's rule 1 says that an officer who is doing an investigation is at liberty to ask any person for information that he thinks can assist him in his investigation. That's Judge's Rule 1. But once you move on to Judge's Rule 2 and 3 and going up, it tells you what needs to happen if you're going to question people any further. So let's say you question somebody, and during questioning the person, them start go down a line, a argument where you think they might implicate themselves in a crime. Judge's rule say you have to caution the person. So you have to stop the person. Hey, stop. See? And I don't remember it word for word, but I'm going to paraphrase. Do you wish to say anything? You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. But whatever you say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. I think that is it. We use to the American version. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say may be used against you in a court of law, whatever. Right? In Jamaica is, do you wish to say anything? You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. But whatever you say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. So if the person go down a line of argument, Dr. Mix, where them start to implicate themselves,
right,
you're supposed to caution the person. Right? Because constitutionally, the person, nobody is obligated to implicate themselves in a no crime. Good? You have the right to remain silent. And it is for the state to do their investigation and build a case. And if them are going to ask any questions any further, them need to follow the judge's rules.
Right.
And it detail. I don't how much judge it at 12 or 30. I don't remember. But people are something that one can Google. You understand? It's information where you can have because you never know. You might get caught up in a legal situation or somebody feel. You understand?
Do Jamaican law
But
enforcement
wait
practice
there,
that?
Dr. Mix. Let me just read what BK Dime say. It's a
Mm-hmm.
Javi friend that was shot shouldn't be the man who pointed the gun at Javi and he disarmed him, yet they didn't arrest the friend. What happened there? As me say, I don't know. But remember earlier me say me fully expect say other people are
Are
gonna get
gonna be
charged.
charged. Isn't he in the hospital too in critical condition? Is the what the reports have been saying? I don't if that's correct, Dime. I don't think they would arrest him while he's in critical condition. I think they're still continuing the investigation, and so it doesn't seem like they had a question and answer with him as yet. And if he's in the hospital getting treatment, I don't see how they would arrest him. But it's still pretty early, and there's still room for other charges to be brought against other persons that were involved. So I think it's too early to use that to determine if what any one of them is saying is true or not, because there's still time for other people to be charged.
And let me point out, Dr. Mix. I soon get back to that point. But when I point out to the people, because there's a big misconception as to the role of the police during an investigation. Now you have what is called the ABC of policing. Assume nothing, believe nothing, and check everything. Let me say that again. The ABC of policing. Assume nothing, believe nothing, check everything.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
And the misconception that people have is that them don't know say a police is an objective witness. Police not supposed to have sides. You're an objective witness. So that means, for example, if me arrest Dr. Mix and me a collect statement, and me get 10 statements, say, yes, I am officer. The man never trouble Dr. Mix. She just take up the stone and lick the man in her head
Right.
and knock him out. Right? 10 people give me that statement there. If I'm approached by another person who say, officer, nothing no go so. And the man first come up here come trouble Dr. Mix, that's why she take up the stone and lick him. Me not supposed to say, boy, that statement there, now drive with the rest of the statement there, me now, I want that man to go to prison. So me not take that statement there. No. You're supposed to take the statement where go contrary to the other 10 statement where you collect already.
Mm-hmm.
And you present that. That is why in a lot of cases, them have them well that me not gonna say affy, but that is why you have the officer, the director of public prosecution, where them submit the file. Whenever follow one case it and you hear say them submit the file to the DPP and then the DPP rule if them get charged or not.
Right, yeah.
That is one of the reasons. Because as officers, you're objective witnesses. You're not supposed to invest it in another side. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. And that is why you put the findings of your investigation together. You submit the file to the prosecuting body, and then them decide whether or not charges are supposed to be laid in a lot of circumstances.
Right.
I don't know how much people know that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading the comments. So BK, as we've been saying, I'm not sure if you're listening, the case is still ongoing, and more than likely, we're assuming that other charges are going to be laid. If this person that got shot is in critical condition in the hospital, then it's not likely that he's gonna be questioned or anything as yet. They're gonna, want him to actually survive and be better before. So as the police, they're still investigating, not because charges have been laid, mean that the investigation stops. They're still investigating, and so maybe other people will be charged and we'll hear more about the story. So we don't know everything. So there's a lot of things we're assuming. We're just talking about what we know based on what's in the media and making assumptions. So please don't take anything that we're saying up here as like it's Bible
Gospel.
and this, yeah. We're just kind of talking about the situation, Yeah.
And as I said before, the real the rubber got hit the road when it goes to trial and evidence is being presented in court, and people have to give evidence under oath.
You know, you know what too, Scoobla? I want to point something out. The reason why the self-defense narrative has taken such stronghold in the social media space is because there has been no other narrative produced, especially coming from Javis camp, not that I've heard. So people will ask, you know, if you're thinking about, you know, how people think about things and stuff like that, how if it didn't happen the way Jaii Frais said it did, which is he was attacked by these persons, he defended himself. What's the alternate theory then? What else happened? Because we're not hearing an alternate theory, so people are going to naturally want to cling on to whatever narrative is there. So the space is void of, if it was not self-defense and it did not start with the box, right, and ended up in a shootout, what else happened? How did they come in contact with each other? How did it get to a point where there were guns, you know, became involved? What happened? What's the alternate theory here? That's not that. There's none of that in the space that I've heard.
Dr. Mix, I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to make a bold prediction right here. If it is not self-defense, Jaii Frais have a long time to spend in a prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear me say?
Yeah.
If the defense is not to say this was a case of self-defense, he have a long time to spend in a prison. And that's my prediction. I am almost 100% sure, me stop it at 99, that them are going to go with self-defense, because that is what makes sense under the circumstances.
Right. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah. Just a minute. Respect for the super chat. Just a minute. The question is, why would he hand over an illegal gun to the police knowing that his fingerprint on the gun? Oh God, we can't take this apart in so many ways. All right. Remember that the one of the things that we hear, we hear all the things. We hear say Jaii Frais did have illegal gun. Then, first we hear say Jaii Frais disarm one of the people in a 450 entourage. That's the first thing we hear. Then we hear say him did have illegal gun. Then we hear say I must say somebody with him that power we didn't take with them gun. And we hear all kind of story about the gun. So let me just make some factual statements. Because we don't know under what circumstance him come into possession of the gun, right? We don't know. Because we hear so many things.
Right.
But what we can say just a minute is that you can have, all right, let me put it away. Let's say me and Dr. Mix are good, right? Dr. Mix is a licensed firearm holder and I am not. You know, say, even though Dr. Mix have the gun legally, if me say to Dr. Mix, say, give me a power of a machine, man, and she give me, you know, say, if the police them catch me with it, illegal possession of firearm, or the new language, I am in possession of a prohibited weapon. You know that, right?
Right.
Notwithstanding, so the firearm is legal per se, but possession is another thing. How did you come to be in possession of this weapon? That can determine whether or not you're in possession of a legal or illegal weapon. And that is why I'm happy to have the discussion, because, as me say, these things, no black and white as you hear people are saying on social media. Because we have a lot of what you call village lawyers on social media.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
And then you know, Dr. Mix, just to push it a little bit further. The police not have to catch you with the gun for charge you with illegal possession, you know. Yeah, there are circumstances where, for example, the police get information that a weapon was discharged and the police get information who and who did that the location, them can just swab on, you know. They can just swab everybody who then did hear said that, you know. And then gunshot residue turn up on people and clothing and them thing there. Now you have to go say no, if you fire a weapon or were you close to a person who discharge a weapon.
Right.
Like there's so many things that can come into play. And we can discuss this for the entire night, trust me.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, because I have 50 million things going to my head, but in all honesty, I want to wait and see how this kind of plays out and get more details as well. If they're gonna have an open court, then I would love to probably even go when the trial starts and see what happens in the courtroom. But what do you think this means for 450 now, if anything at all?
I think his career is pretty much over.
You think so?
But yeah, but we soon get to 450. But I think, and this is just my opinion, I hope nobody not see me and box me. This is just my opinion. I think his career is over, and we're gonna talk about that. But let's go to the issue now of malice. You remember we talk about malice aforethought? Yes. Malice are your intention when you carry out the action, you know, or it could be non-action too, you know, or it could be just malice can be like reckless behavior. It can mean so many things. Can malice be transferred? What do I mean by that? Them say an innocent bystander get caught in the incident and was injured, right?
Yes, they did.
All right. Now, let's say the bullet will catch the innocent bystander. Let's say a Jaii Frais fired a bullet there. Here all malice work now. You see, if ultimately the court determined that Jaii Frais' course of action was self-defense and it was reasonable, the law got treat the shooting, the overall shooting, the law got treat it as justifiable. And so, even though somebody else get injured, nothing now come out of it. So if the law determined, listen carefully, if the law determined that the course of action with Jaii Frais take was lawful and reasonable to defend himself, right? Then overall the shooting is justifiable and malice won't be transferred. What that mean? It means Jaii Frais never intend to shoot that person.
Right.
However, the flip side is also true. If the court determined that the action was not lawful and was necessary for self-defense, then guess what? Malice in that case can be transferred in the sense that even though you never intend to shoot that person there, your action was unlawful and reckless.
Right.
And as a result, you have to answer to that too. Let me use another simpler example. So that even the lay person can understand. All right, let me use that example. Let's say, Dr. Mix, let's say you're driving, right?
Right.
You're driving and you come up on a school zone and you see the big sign, school ahead, and it tell you 30 kilometers per hour, right? But you're in your fast car, saying, and you press, you skate. So even though you see the sign, school zone, and the speed limit is 30 kilometers per hour, you go 60 or 70. and you lick down one picnic,
Mm-hmm.
and injure them or kill them, whichever, and unalive them. I'm sorry, to use that term because social media is so sensitive about
Yeah.
terms you use. So let me go unalive. So you lick down one picnic, you unalive the picnic because you go 70 mile in a 30 kilometers school zone. Where your intention to unalive one school picnic, was that your intent?
No, that was not my intent.
Okay. Why you think you still are gonna get charged and go to prison?
Because I was exceeding the speed limit for the school zone.
Yeah, but why?
Why I was exceeding, or
Yeah, but why? Yeah, why you exceed?
because me I
What would you call it?
disregard? Yeah, like I'm disregarding what the rules are. I'm just
Yeah, but
disregarding.
what how would you classify your action? You know, when you say
Um,
this is a school zone, 30 kilometers zone, and you go 70. How would you
irresponsible.
classify
Like
your
I'd be
action?
negligent,
So irresponsible, negligent, reckless, all of them terms they
reckless.
come to play, right?
Yeah.
So that is what I am saying. Even though your intention might not have been to unalive a student who was crossing at the time, because your action was reckless, you still have a legal case to answer to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is the same thing. So let's say the court say Jaii Frais action when take was not necessary for self-defense and it wasn't reasonable. Therefore, the shooting is unlawful.
Right.
It means then your action. Cause remember one crowded place a discharge the firearm in I know. It means then your action was what? Also reckless. And you cause injury to somebody else. No, sir?
Yeah.
So you may also have to answer for that too. That's what me I say. No, what may make sense.
Yeah. No, I get it. I understand.
Yeah. So there's a lot of there's so many things that we can discuss. And one of the things that I hope, Dr. Mix, is that we use this as a teachable moment in a dancehall. I hope we use this as a teachable moment in a dancehall.
Yeah, and these are two young men too. So this is like irrespective of who you like and who you don't like, we're all strangers to these people. Well, I know for me, most of us are. We just kind of have a parasocial relationship with a lot of them, but in reality, these are two young men whose lives are now being tossed upside down, you know. Just based on, Masika did a conference recently in Antigua where he said that 5 minutes can determine the next 15 years of your life.
Yeah,
And
man,
I
5 seconds.
Yeah, and I think this is like a very good example. I don't know if any of those men went to that party that night thinking that from that night until now they would be in a jail cell. You know what I
True.
mean? Yeah, I don't know if any of them. I can't speak to that. I don't know if that was what they wanted to happen, but it just goes to show you, like, and I want to be very careful because I don't know the situation, but like your ego can really just mess things up for you, like in real life. In real
But
life.
let me ask you this, Dr. Mix, because we're going to look on it from 450 them side too,
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. What kind of defense do you think 450 and Javi them are going to mount? What kind of defense? What do you
I'm
think?
not a lawyer, but I can. I um I'm thinking, and I'm thinking again. I'm not a lawyer, and I've never defended anybody in court. But I'm thinking they are going to probably take it from and this might sound so stupid, but in 2026 with Gen Z, it's so, because I know a lot of what's being said online is Jaii Frais said a lot of things, out of pocket things, made a lot of suggestive arguments, made a lot of claims against, the producer and the artist and the camp. In maybe back in the day that wouldn't be, but in 2026, that's actually very important to a lot of things. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. You get what I mean? If somebody feels like you have been bullying them online or defaming them online, again, I don't know the law and I'm not a lawyer, but I know sometimes that can be used to mount a defense as well. So I don't know if that's where they're going to take it from. I can't see where
So okay, so yeah, say, because remember we talk about freedom of expression,
right?
Hurtful speech. Somebody saying something will hurt you. Them have a legal right to say it, even if it hurt your feelings. Let me be specific. If it hurt your feelings, threatening speech is not protected. That means if somebody threaten you, what is a threat? A threat is an offer, written or verbal, to do your bodily harm, right? So once a person are threatening you, hey, Dr. Mix, me go crack your skull, right? That's a threat. And if repeated in the presence of law enforcement, them can arrest you on spot for threat. If outside of the hearing of law enforcement, you can make a report that this person threatened you, and the police is supposed to take the report. And for the people who don't know, once you make a report, them supposed to give a receipt. Say you forward at the station such and such a time, and you make a report of threat against X and X person. Why is that important? Because let's say me threaten you, Dr. Mix. So anywhere me see you, you're gonna split your face. See it? Now you go into the station and report that I'm having a receipt. The day when me see you, I might actually decide to go split your face. And you have the element of surprise. And you go so bam bam. And me lie down on ground. Right? That's gonna go a long way in proving self-defense, why? Because you have made this report before saying that this person continue to threaten you.
Yeah.
You understand? And you have a receipt, so you got the station such and such a date and make the report and all of that. Those things are important.
Right.
But me not hear Jaii Frais say nothing when me can say him threaten nobody or whatever. Because and let's say the speech, whatever, let's go liable. Liable means a defamatory speech. You have a legal recourse. You can take the person to court for that.
Yeah, you can have a civil suit.
So it's not. Yeah, it's a civil matter. So the law don't prescribe confrontation. So I don't know how that would be a defense.
Sorry. All right. So Skubla, a lot of lawyers use psychological warfare to mount their cases. Some of them use it to win cases. And outside of just the physical evidence, I feel like both lawyers are going to also showcase heavily what the mental state of each person was, including what the mental state would have been for 450's camp, based on what some of the things that Jaii Frais said. And this is me just playing devil's advocate. Again, I'm not a lawyer, right? Based on some of the things that Jaii Frais would have also said on the internet, on his platform, which all of that is there. I suspect Mr. Champagne might want to bring some of that, not that he feels that it might have any legal recourse, but to change to kind of paint a psychological picture for the jurors then, if it's a juror case, to kind of show them, this is what has been happening over these last few years, just constant attacks, constant defamatory things. So even though you might not have a legal,
as me say, defamatory, you need to go legal. No, here that true. if me not think the lawyer got take that approach, because you're playing a Jaii Frais and no. Because no, it gonna show premeditation on your part. So for example, me say Dr. Mix, I worst vlogger in the world. She not good. She fi go away. You're not gonna feel good about that, though.
Yeah, true.
That does that mean say you're gonna see me and approach me? You can't use self-defense this up. Because you know, like when me say you decide to approach me. True. But one of the things when me hear on social media is that, especially from the 450 side, people are say the vlogger them are take up for Jaii Frais because you know in my podcast and we have vloggers, so we are take up for Jaii Frais. I can't speak for nobody else, but me I look on the case. Me I look on the thing objectively.
Objectively.
And here's what me I go say. Here's what me I go say. When me not hear nobody else say. If you don't hear other people with it, you can make me know. I think 450 and Javi them are gonna use self-defense.
Against what?
To justify their action.
Against what though?
All right.
So they're going to say that Jaii Frais attacked them?
No. Yes. Of course. And here me gonna give you a lesson now. Dr. Mix and the chat. That's why I'm telling you, say, you can't argue case and try case in the public. Saying our play out in a court important. Now, me know enough people listen to me now that say scrub are foolish chat. All them to go attack the man. I have say self-defense.
No, I'm intrigued actually.
Of course. And I'm glad you're intrigued. I like to be intriguing.
I love learning,
now,
so you know.
Let's go back to the things them where Jaii Frais say on social media, right?
Yeah.
Let's say for argument's sake, 450 and Javi argument is to the court. You know, Your Honor, or you know, this is the situation. Jaii Frais was a popular podcaster. And myself, an artist, let's say a 450 attack, and myself, an artist. And him can talk through him attorney, you know, in the meantime, him have to go say what me I say now. Right? Him attorney can make the argument. All right, maybe use it, maybe terms it in a way where the attorney attack on Javi and 450 behalf. So me are them attorney now. Your Honor. So this popular podcaster, who goes by the name of Jaii Frais, has been saying some things that, you know, not so flattering about my client and has impacted his ability to earn. Because Mr. Jaii Frais has a very powerful voice, and when he speaks, people listen, especially in the entertainment industry. So this is now affecting my client earning power. And the ability to you know, to showcase his craft and to earn from it. A lot of producers, a lot of promoters who have aligned themselves with Jaii Frais, or who listens when he speaks. A lot of them have decided, Your Honor, not to work with my client, and so as a result, my client is facing financial and emotional distress over the situation between himself and Mr. Jaii Frais. So, Your Honor, on the night in question, my client's intention was to approach Mr. Jaii Frais and talk over the issue as two men. Notwithstanding, Your Honor, my client had his producer and a few other friends. No entourage, Your Honor. Don't buy into the story about entourage, because that sounds dangerous and disruptive and aggressive. No entourage. It was just a few friends. So my client saw Mr. Frais and decided that he wanted to talk over the issue with Mr. Jaii Frais as two men. So when my client approached Mr. Jaii Frais, there was no hostility, Your Honor. The intention was to have a conversation between men. However, Your Honor, when my client approached Mr. Frais became very hostile and boisterous and attack my client. And as a result, I had no other choice but, in the face of an attack, try to protect myself. And he was so forceful and aggressive, Your Honor, that the producer for Mr. 450, producer for my client. I see him lying to them up.
No. No, 450 hasn't been charged or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me speak from. So me should have speak from whatever. The chat can get the gist of where me I go with this.
Yeah.
So Ro Thompson say, which Jew will buy that crap? You stay there. An argument win cases in the court. Me I tell you no. So let's say, Dr. Mix, we have the issue, right? We have the issue. If me can prove to the court, and a truth win court case in a court, you know, so you can't say lie all you want, Island girl. And a truth win case, I better argument.
No, for real.
And the more believable argument, just stay there. So if me, Dr. Mix, me I have a problem. Let's say I'm here in the situation, right? And me say when me approach you, first thing me I go deny say me I walk with no entourage, because we know the negative connotation that comes with that, right?
Right.
A party me I go, and me and my friends. And me see you, and because we have this public spot where I play out in the media, and it is very destructive, and it affect my bottom line in my career, right? I decided I wanted to have a conversation with you, right? There was no intention for any confrontation or anything like that. I just wanted to approach you and have a conversation. And when me approach you, you get boisterous, aggressive, and you attack me and your friend them. And as a result, me have to defend myself. You so you can spin argument in a court?
That's what I was saying, is whichever lawyer can have the most convincing argument, no matter how outwardly and wayward it sounds. These things win cases in court.
Yeah, people, believe.
Yeah.
Believe. Me here, we see some people at times say lie and this and no. And a truth win case. You may know people swear or affirm that them are going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Enough people put their hand on the Bible and go tell lie. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So I honestly believe, Dr. Mix, that 450 them might also go the self-defense route. On that, me kind of 50-50 with that. I'm just saying. But me just assure you say you can make. You can make. Sometimes hey, me in a court already, Dr. Mix. And based on what is on paper, in terms of the case where the Crown present, you mute Dr. Mix if I try to talk. Based on the case that the Crown present and what is on paper, me swear some man gone to prison. Sure jail. If you ask me to bet me life savings, me bet everything. Maybe show my one side to score. They were here. You take time talk.
Next thing that you got here in a court school.
Yeah, man. Possibly. Yeah, man. Me bet everything. Would I bet everything? Say, oh, prison. You see when you hear a good defense attorney scrutinize a case and pull it apart, and you see man walk free, you have a different appreciation for the justice system and how it works. Believe what me I tell you.
Yeah.
And it is way more difficult on the state. Why is it more difficult? Because, as I said before, legally, a defendant don't have to say nothing. And you carry them a court, and you have to go prove the case against them. A defendant now go help you prove your case and send themselves to prison. You understand?
Yeah.
So you charge the man and you bring him a court, you better have the goods. to present to the court and get a conviction.
Yep. He's no walkover Rambo. ISAT isn't either. You know, so that's why I
No,
say
yeah, man, a Clash of the Titans, man.
yeah,
They
man.
really want to see how this play out. But here what is here what is unfortunate though. These are two young men who have a very bright future.
Yep.
Jaii Frais create waves, even though a lot of people don't like him. He might create waves when it comes on to the podcast world. You understand? He have some iconic interviews on him podcast. He have a lot of viral moments, though controversial on him podcast. So he one of the bright stars. 450 also artist with great potential. You know, artists with great potential and them have talent. It's not like he's an artist with not talent. But here's where me think, and I mean I talk in a legal terms now. Me I talk in terms of street. I think if Jaii Frais walk off of this case, that means in bust the case. I think him I go unlock a new level.
Yeah.
What I mean? First thing, I think people are anticipate a Jaii Frais interview more than a 450. Where Jaii Frais have to say about the situation. Street credibility gone up. No matter if I true or lie, because remember the first argument that people are running with that saying disarm 450 and then crew and beat can't pandemic now. See? Street cred gone up. So it gonna do a lot for him career as a podcaster. It gonna do a lot for him street cred, how people see him in the street, how people view him. And you know the dancehall culture already.
Right.
See? And not only the dancehall culture, but the Jamaican culture in general. You understand what I say? No, I can't say it is going to be the same for 450. I think this is I mean, not write off nobody, you know, because my granny always say, when not dead, no dash it away. I not write off nobody. But this is going to be very difficult for him forward back from. Why? Because first, you're in a business and an industry where street cred, based on the type of artist that you are, is important. Now, a man disarm you and your crew and beat camp and uno, don't go well for your street cred. Don't it?
Yes, it does not.
You understand what I say? So I don't know how 450 forward back from this and put back in career on track. I don't know. You can't tell me still. Let me hear your perspective.
I don't know if I'll go as far as to say, you know what, you can't even know, because you know, people perspective and impressions are really lasting in this age of social media. So I do feel like it is going to be I do feel like it's going to impact him on some level. I don't know if I will write him off completely, but I do feel like it will definitely impact his career. We talked about the show he has coming up in Netherlands, that he's booked for, and I just was kind of curious as to what's gonna happen with that. If he would have to cancel or whatever it is, you know what I mean? But I do feel like, just by association, if he's not charged or even involved in the legal, you know, the legal aspect of it, that just his cred alone, his street cred alone, is going to be impacted by it. So I'll agree with you there. But I don't know if I would write him off, in all honesty, because he does how do I word this? I feel like, yeah, I feel like after time probably him can, if it goes, depending on how it goes, him can probably come back from it. But I do feel like his street cred will be especially with the video of him running away. People are, you know, taking that as him being a coward, you know, because there's a video going around of him looking around clueless and then running away from the friend that got shot. And so people are already looking at that and saying, boy, you know you're not really bad or whatever, or you're a coward because you're running away from the whole situation. So I do feel like his street credit is gonna be impacted for sure. Yeah.
Mr. Rambo say ask Silk Boss about that street credit. As Mr. Dr. Mix one of dead no dash away, so me not write him off. We just say it's gonna be difficult. Theme forward back from this, and but one thing we can tell you about music in any genre. There's nothing. Well, me not gonna say nothing. So me not gonna speak in the absolute, but a lot of struggles where musician and artists face. Usually, if you get a great song, a hit song that touch people, it is enough to fix a lot of things.
Right. That's what I was thinking about when I said that. Like a good hit song can really restore people's sympathy and compassion towards you.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna find such a hit song, but I know that a good hit song has the power to, for people to give you a second chance. But as Chuma say, in probably not gonna have no kind of strength with the gun song them. Because people are not really gonna take you serious when it comes to anything like badness or whatever. So, maybe I can sing some continuously the girl tune them or whatever.
Exactly. Cause remember, when you're a certain type of artist, remember say even with Massacre and Tamale, Remember said Tamale said done box Massacre,
Right.
And them are box Massacre, Exactly. I yes, it's a Massacre. I yes, it's a Massacre address it.
Have
and
to.
him have and notice the energy when putting at them part there.
Yeah, but even before we like get to the even the deep in the clash with Tamale, like if Massacre had not answered Tamale at all, what would his street cred be like? What do you think it would be like?
No, man,
if Massacre never answered Tamale?
The coward argument to that run.
Right. So there comes a point when you have to answer Massacre say me have to answer you because you're a big fish.
But here, right? but here the point I try make though. Suppose we did have a video somewhere. Massacre get back to you. Yeah, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because remember, we are make the point with 450 and the street cred. So the argument in the street is, man, disarm me and your crew, beat can off and you have to take away your body. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, whether I saw it go in a real life or not, that's the way most of the streets are run with.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So when you say, when it comes down to the gangster part of things, if you want to sing them kind of lyrics there, then you're going to lose credibility. And that's a real talk.
Yeah, that's true. Let me ask you a question, Skubla. Somebody mentioned earlier that we're picking up for Jaii Frais because we're vloggers. Do you think we have a bias against Jaii and towards Jaii Frais because we are vloggers who can be extremely critical of artists?
All right. But we are extremely critical of Jaii Frais too. If we are going to single him out, they can say specifically him get a lot of beating.
No, yeah, for real.
Everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
So I don't think if vlogger even go pick up with vlogger, let's say I saw them on terms it, Jaii Frais wanna be the poster boy for that. Because enough vlogger beat Jaii Frais and say him at this and him at that, and especially when him say go around there and him like it. Remember a whole heap of burnout.
And him kiss it and all kind of things, yeah.
Yeah. So him wanna be the poster boy for that. They might have to go use somebody else. But me can speak for myself though, that I am genuinely trying to be objective. And that is why because sometimes we have implicit bias, Sometimes we are lead towards one side and we're not even conscious of it ourselves. But me can tell the people them say, honestly, I am making a deliberate effort to be objective. And that is why, if you notice me more, I use it as a
teaching.
A teachable moment. Not that me know everything, But the little what me know and how me understand it, me share to the people them. And I can guarantee you say there's if I have one person in the chat will say, yo, Scuba, you know, you say something I never know, say I saw it go ray. And not only take what me say, I'm not gonna do no one research too. Because when me talk about like the judges rule and them thing, that's something you can Google and read it. You understand what I say? Yeah, man.
I feel like somebody
you know, yeah, me know why you forgot. Go.
Rose said that people just don't like bullies, and I'm gonna agree with her. I think that's why, even though Jaii Frais is on the internet, he doesn't seem like a violent person.
Well, on the doctor, make sure I get a call. Chris, this the telephone line and burn up.
All right.
Ill.
Fun.
Yeah, man. We are dealing. Yeah, man. We are talking about the Jaii Frais situation. What going?
No. No, we don't talk about it.
All right, we'll link up our file live then.
Yeah,
yeah, Dr. Mix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. I'm trying to be objective. And as I say, teachable moment.
Right.
And it just goes to show anyone that we could get caught up in that situation, Dr. Mix. Because remember, an innocent bystander get caught, which means anyone that we could have decided say, yo, you know what, work hard, go party, I go and I'm gonna enjoy myself, you know, and end up get caught. Could have happened to anyone that we could have happened to anybody, anyone of our family. You understand what I say? So you know, it outside of the fact that we have two promising young men. Well, no, I'm on two. So let's say few promising young men that are facing serious prison time if they get if they are convicted of the crimes for which they are charged. Outside of that, we have to look on the social aspect of it too, right? That people who not involved in a form of confrontation, who just go on event to enjoy themselves, end up get caught up in the crossfire.
Right.
And that is something that we have to deal with too. We have to deal with that, you know.
Yeah.
So is it a case now? And a lot of the times, people, this is how policies change and laws change. Because all it takes now is for some powerful voices, some advocates, call the security minister, the prime minister, whoever, and say, listen, we need to have a meeting. Based on what is happening, we think we need to put a restriction where we're having public gatherings of a certain nature where no firearms are allowed.
Right.
You understand? And then all of a sudden now that becomes a thing. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But we can't neglect that aspect of it, that innocent people get caught up in the crossfire. No, what it would, if it was a case where you're not permitted to attend certain gathering, parties and them thing there, with a firearm, legal or otherwise, then the outcome might have been different. Maybe it would have been stab up, maybe that man would have him knife or whatever, or you know. I don't know, but it is something for us to consider and revisit, because it can affect dancehall and the whole industry if people going to these events don't feel safe. And if this was, I think them said this is an American citizen.
Yes, it is.
No. Go ahead.
He was even doing some.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, this is now an American citizen. I don't know if them have no connection to Jamaica, but let's just take it at face value. This is now an American citizen who is likely go back at the United States and say, yeah, we're going. It's a party thing in Jamaica, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I would not advise enough to go. So here we know. Dancehall start lose again. Because when you talk about potential patrons who would have probably have some interest in a dancehall and hear about the whole vibe and them thing down well want go Jamaica and go go experience the party vibes and them thing there. Now here's a person who go to Jamaica to go enjoy the party vibes and come back, probably won't be able to use our right and whichever hand, probably won't be able to have the use of one of his arm in the future.
In the future,
So
yeah.
I tell you, and I share a first-hand experience with you. So me go for the experience the fun too, but I can't me get. Yeah, you understand? All right, lyrically say TT say he's already talking about disability. So right, this are bad publicity for dancehall.
When I launch him case.
Oh, you mean? And here's the thing. To Dr. Mix. After living in the United States for so many years,
right?
There's a lot of people that I meet that believe that Jamaica is a dangerous place. You wanna like to know how much people meet here, say boy, I would love to go to Jamaica for vacation. Here it's nice there, but it's very violent. And I'm hear a lot of horror stories about Jamaica. And you know who else put them horror stories to? The big hoteliers. Because when visitors forward, then I want them go down where else and go spend their money with the locals. Them tell them all kind of nonsense. You understand what I mean? So then spend their money in the resort or whatever attraction or whatever trip or whatever the resort I do. And that them I work with. Them now work with the locals, them and spend their money. You see me? Yeah, them help spread the narrative there too. But anyway, that's another story.
I feel one of the things, and this is gonna be probably like my little final take on it. For me, you spoke a lot about, the legal aspect of it, which I appreciate so much because I learn a lot and I hope the chat learn a lot too. But ever since this happened, Skubla, I've been thinking about the emotional regulation of the whole situation and what a lot of the modern dancehall artists have to navigate now. Dancehall has always been emotionally raw, but a lot of the modern artists, they're now navigating a much more complex environment, with the social media pressure, the global audiences, and even like the constant scrutiny, and especially in an environment where reputation is currency and can affect how people perceive you, of course, deals that you get and the impact of your music. There's a lot of pressure for people to respond to narratives, because so much of dancehall is being run by not so much on what's true, but what you can make people believe. And so what happens is when the problem is when the emotional regulation fails, it can spill over into real life conflict, feud, and violence. You know what I mean? And you can see that in this situation. And I think about it a lot in terms of, and you mentioned it earlier, if statements made online by vloggers or people become defamatory, there are legal routes that you can take.
Yeah.
The problem with what we have been taught and what artists have been taught how to handle situations in dancehall is with aggression, not necessarily through legal avenues or regulated avenues in terms of, I was raised on mouth cut crossway make for chat. And so there's not a lot that people can say that will make me want to get physical with them and say, boy, if I see you, I'm gonna fight you or whatever, just because you said something about me. But then you have a generation of artists that them have to defend that because the narrative, and when I say have to, I'm not saying they need to go fight, but it becomes more important for them to defend because now it begins to affect their brand. And then it will be when it begins to affect their brand, it begins to affect their finances, which is what you alluded to earlier in the defense.
So yeah, so this subculture, the dancehall subculture, requires that you respond a certain way to certain kind of disrespect.
And I almost feel bad saying that because I don't want to believe that that's true. I don't want, a part of me doesn't want to believe that that's what dancehall has created, that you have to respond. Like back in the day, you could have
Well,
leave a
well.
lyrical
That's why
and
I'm very specific in say dancehall subculture, because you know you have
subculture.
cultures within cultures.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
don't want anybody to think me a broad brush thing, but you have to admit that there's a subculture
There's a
that
subculture.
tell you say if boy
Right.
violate or you deal with it.
Or you deal with it. Yeah. Yeah. And
Hmm.
not many artists can understand that you can leave it in the studio and you can leave it online and it remains there. You know, a lot of, as you say, the subculture, the proving, wanting to protect the reputation, you wanting to protect the badness and not be violated, you know, by anybody, not being emotionally regulated, not knowing when to let things go, because reputation is currency in this modern architecture of dancehall, unfortunately. And your reputation affects your brand, and something
Well,
affects your brand, it can affect your money.
here's how I respond to that. You use the right term, the term when me actually I look for brand. You see, a lot of these dancehall artists need to see themselves
Hmm.
as a brand. Them need to start focusing on the business aspect of things and try to put aside the ego a little bit. Because the Denzel Washington in a training day is the same Denzel Washington in a Malcolm X, you know.
Right.
One is a very inspirational movie talking that deals with black liberation. The other
Hmm.
one is about a bad man police. We go around
Right.
and smuggle drugs and kill people and unalive people.
Right.
You understand me?
Hmm.
So he is playing a character, but understand that that is a character. So if a lot of these artists recognize that, yeah, the art form is a brand and I'm playing a character. And some of them, when you interview them tell you, but why they not live it in a real life? Then we tell you, you
Right.
know, say, yo, yeah, this is me, you know, on stage, but half of the stage, I am my real self. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
So I think you need to know, understand and start to appreciate the difference. That yeah, you play because it can't be that when the authorities are come down pound of like violent lyrics and them thing there. You make them know say yo, at the art farm.
Yeah.
See? But then round our next part, you want we believe say you're that in a real life. Which is
Right.
it? Which is it? I think a lot of these artists suffer from identity crisis.
I agree. A lot of them
You
live
understand?
in their ego identity where, you know, we say it so simply, and I hear a lot of people talking a lot about the ego right now. But I'll encourage you to really read psychologically what that means, because to live in your ego is an extremely dangerous place to be. When you are led by your ego, you have situations like these, and it could have been worse. People could have died. People have died because of their ego. You know, when you live in your ego ID, it is an extremely, extremely dangerous place. And I find that society casually just says, oh, it's them ego. Yeah, but your ego can make you kill somebody. You remember a couple of months ago there was a video that came out with a man killing the unaliving the JPS man. Was it a JPS man that went to his house and him tell the man to the wrong house, and the man turn and walk away, and he walked up to the man even though the man was leaving,
Mhm.
and the man pull out a knife. He had a gun, the man pull out a knife, right? And him shoot the man, kill the man. Remember, so the man
Mhm.
walk, leave him, you know. All I saw
I'm
is
not familiar. I'm not familiar
okay.
with that. You probably
Oh,
have to send it come again, but I'm
mega
not
senator. It
familiar with
happened. It happens. It happens a few. Happened a few. He was arrested. The man was eventually
that.
arrested, basically based on the video evidence that they saw. All of that was ego. Is either ego or he just wanted to get rid of the person and did it under Sykes. But your ego,
Well, but you remember me teach about the elements of the crime?
yeah,
You saying it's ego is an assumption.
true,
Now we have to
true.
get to his mental state.
But what would this mean? How would he feel threatened from a man that's walking away from him?
It might not be even a threat from the man that walking, you know. It might just be dealing with the stress of life, and I go through some things that put him in a frame of mind where he's just not himself at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just saying. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. TT said fame triggers ego. So many of them are walking around with inflated egos, and yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, man, but you know, more and big up the people them, because you know, Dr. Mix will kind of deviate from our usual topics, and you know that can go very risky, because sometimes the people them don't want to hear what we are talking about. But we still have a few people who stick around and they are with you and I listen to the reasoning, because and every time we are gonna go mix up and our, you know, fire shut off for some people we deserve. We deserve the bullet them in a for them direction still. You see me? But sometimes things will happen that we can discuss and people can learn. We can learn from each other and them things. You understand me I say? And apologies for not doing the big up, because enough of people them pass through. Some vloggers like myself always show support and they on the channel, like Rambo and Fryneck and some more people. You understand? You see them pass through, but you don't know, because we kick it off with KQueens. It will be very difficult for in the middle that just break that and say, boy, we have to big up and have them away. You understand what I say? Especially like how you know them are prepared for them thing tomorrow. So
yeah,
you know, big day tomorrow. You see me I say? Yeah, man. That's the thing there. So when you don't feel no way, people, big up all of the people who support the channel, big up all of the people who there. As a matter of fact, Dr. Mix, you know, so they have a bad girl segment lined up for the girl, you know. Because because you know, KQueens them forward and come kick it off. A bad girl them say somebody have a bad girl segment lined up for the girl. You know. I don't know if you still want the bad girl segment.
Chat what they say.
Because remember me promising you know, so in a no discussion we are having, a no live we are doing now, leave the woman them behind. Because guess what? The women have been neglected for far too long, where all the discussion is mainly centered around men defending other men and not pay the woman them no mind at all. And while those subjects are important to discuss, me think we still have to make time for the woman them. You understand? Women like to feel appreciated. You get what me I say? So yeah, and not only man support the channel them. A whole heap of woman support the channel them on YouTube. You understand? So we have to, well, me not gonna say we, me make a conscious and a deliberate decision. Say, me have to make the woman them feel appreciated and go on with themselves if I even 10 minutes out of the life them. So now tell me if you don't want the bad girl segment.
Yeah, they're all saying yes. And TT says she gonna put on a rider.
TT, hey, put on the rider and take her something else. We soon reach here, so. We soon reach this, so. We soon reach this, TT. Bad Crooks, so you say you have something to say? Yeah, man, remember the tune where you want to play for KQueens, man. What you say? I wish one of them you love. What them? Yeah, man. Remember, rich man, them say, you know. Them tell you, you know, we're broke pocket ago. They say, just play your song? Alright. We soon get to your song. You don't know. We have to take it in stages. Alright? Then we kick it off the real way. With KQueens. Here we go, people. Bad girl segment. So all of the women them. Now is the time for you to get wild and show us that you're a real bad girl. You ready, Dr. Mix?
Yes, ready.
Bad girl, love butt.
DJ Bombo Clap, man.
Bad girl, love butt. Pussy clump up, love it thump up. Smooth and shave in a bump up. Nothing no Joe Biden, nothing no Trump up. Me not come about me blood clot funds up. Give them a try to kind of style like the sun. Bad, I love bad.
Scuba, them girl rumor.
I love bad. Pussy clump up, love it thump up. Smooth and shave in a bump up. Nothing no Joe Biden, nothing no Trump up. Me not come about me blood clot funds up. Give them a try to kind of style like the sunstruck. Heat wave panic cocky when me bounce up. Me no nap pad cover, me no rough floor. Straight and cocky to me enough more. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the back in me hands up. Not the pussy to me unconscious. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the back in me hands up.
Stop it. Calm down. MKNE collection say pull. Yeah, the KQueens are going with a bag of things. Dr. Miss. It back. It back.
It's bad.
I love bad.
DJ Bombo Clap, man.
I love bad. Pussy clump up, love it thump up. Smooth and shave in a bump up. Nothing no Joe Biden, nothing no Trump up. Me not come about me blood clot funds up. Give them a try to kind of style like the sunstruck. Heat wave panic cocky when me bounce up. Me no nap pad cover, me no rough floor. Straight and cocky to me enough buff. Bad love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the back in me hands up. Not the pussy to me unconscious. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock panic cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the back in me hands up. Not the pussy to me unconscious. Bend over, sit up on a beat ya. Temperature rise, fuck me and fever. Pinch pan the cocky tight like tweezer. Set good like ice in a freezer. Take a man, any man, your man. No give a damn, just blame me pan the Dan Julio. In a ras clock moody no. No boy can fuck me in a no studio. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock pan the cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the backers in me hands up. Not the pussy to me unconscious. Bad yeah, love bad fuck. Tick tock pan the cocky was a mad fuck. Arrest me with the backers in me hands up. Pussy to me unconscious.